3, 2, 1. Woo, baby. We are back for Brock Tell Us right now. Episode 87. Woo. You didn't even try.
Well, no, I was expecting you to give me a little bit of a lead in, but no. All right.
I did.
You were just too slow. Not too fast for Sonic.
Brock slow. What? Well, we're back for episode 87 of the Save Point podcast. Baby, there's some crazy things going on. Get off your phone.
I was bringing up some of the topics we're going to be talking about.
We've got them on the screen. So we're back. Episode 86 was probably our biggest episode ever, even though 2 of the cameras were fucked and Brock's audio sound like shit.
It did.
That won't happen next time. We'll have time. We were under the pump last week.
Overworked.
But we're back. It was a good episode though. Really liked it. That's one of my favorites that we ever had.
That's our longest now, I think, as well.
Maybe around that.
Yeah.
We keep doing fucking 2 hour, 20-minute episodes. We just have so much shit to talk about. Or I have so much shit to talk about. And you guys just go,
we need a network TV show.
yeah. There's no money in TV anymore.
No.
We mentioned this.
This burns money.
Yeah, we mentioned this briefly the other week. Brock's camera wasn't in focus.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
What?
What's up?
It's weird because there's...
So
you're the only thing in the frame to focus on.
Thanks, guys.
The
You
allegation.
can always count on my friends.
But it's...
We mentioned this last week. When was the last time you watched like free-to-air television?
Oh,
Now that you say network television show.
it's been years. I think the last time I watched free-to-air television was the 2014 floods, I think. just so that
You
we
didn't watch
watched
the news during the COVID?
Nah.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So much free time to do nothing.
He didn't leave the house to start with, so
Yeah.
I mean, I did.
What?
I was classed as an essential worker, so...
yeah, so was I.
Speaking of pandemics, see that whole hantavirus stuff on the ship
bro,
with the rats
ship,
or whatever?
yeah.
Shit, bro.
Nuke it.
Crazy. I kept seeing these videos on TikTok and it's like patient zero as soon as they find an airport and it's just them just fucking sprinting towards it because it's spread to all these countries now. It's like, bro, you thought, ever think about
Just not doing
learning
that?
from your mistakes or there's going to be so much of that happening?
No, did they eat the rat?
No, it was a...
Isn't it a rat?
It was a rat, bat, something.
No, bat was the other one.
Rodents. It's
It was a plane,
passed from
train,
rodents.
automobile or something like that. I don't know.
Goated.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah, in rodents. So yeah, technically, yeah.
When was the last time? Do you know anyone that still has Foxtel? Is Foxtel still a thing or is it just bins
Yeah,
now?
my uncles
Actually,
have Foxtel.
My grandparents have
I was
Foxtel.
about to say, I'm pretty sure it is, because doesn't Telstra still offer it as like part of their service?
Yeah, it's like one of the add-on things they've got. I think it's a package, but I
It's
don't know
all
if
just
it's...
sport stuff now, isn't it?
No, they do still all your normal Fox stuff. But like, yeah, my uncle's still got Fox. He's had it ever since I've been alive, I think. He's had it consistently for nearly 30 years.
Paid television back in the day, was hectic. You felt like you had leveled up in life, but in the last decade, I have never had the want to have paid television.
Paid?
It's always just subscription-based, which sucks, but mostly
Isn't that
cheap.
technically paid television, though?
No, not the same. I'm talking about satellite.
When we
Yeah.
got paid TV, I was so angry at it because I was told, like in the lead up to it, we got, what was it called when we got it? Ozstar, I think it was called.
Yeah, it's the
Still
same as
called Ozstar,
Foxtel. Yeah.
We were told, oh, we're going to get all these channels and we're going to be able to watch all these things, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, we're going to get Cartoon Network. We're going to get this and we're going to get all
Didn't
this
have
other
the plan for that.
stuff. No, we had all of that. The second, like the day we got it, and I was like, oh, Mum and God, I want to watch all these cartoons. I want to watch these. Like, no, go play outside.
Oh, yet parents wouldn't let you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just like, you know, we've spent a month being told, hey, we're going to have all this cool stuff. We're not going to be stuck with just NBN and ABC because they were the only channels we got up to that point because we lived out in the sticks. And then was like, oh, no, we're going to get, you know, for however many, I think it was like only 200 channels or something at that time.
I think that's still more than it
That's
is now.
more than anyone needs. Yeah.
Yeah, but
What do you mean we don't need 8 versions of Channel 7 and all their like spin-offs
Yeah.
and all the rest of it now?
all the Foxes, Fox
Yeah.
Classics, Fox 8 was the GOAT.
Yeah, Fox 8 was the go.
Yeah, Simpsons marathons on Fox 8
Family
on
Guy.
every Saturday morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. That was the best part about going to Queensland and seeing the family. It's like you'd be like, wake up early and they just have it on.
I don't think times in my life when I did have Foxtel as a kid, my parents never got, maybe for a little while, but never got the kids add-on plan.
Yeah.
So it was only Nickelodeon. So you couldn't
Oh,
watch, I never really want to watch Disney, but I couldn't watch, I don't think Cartoon Network or Boomerang or anything like that.
Boomerang was kind of goated.
Boomerang was goated. And there was like I think that was eventually like an Adult Swim channel or something like that. But it was always just Nickelodeon, which is good. But I always, at least in Australia, I felt like Cartoon Network had the way better cartoons than Nickelodeon.
Yes,
there was more
definitely.
iconic stuff on like old Nickelodeon, like your Rugrats and your RL Monsters and your Cat Dog and like SpongeBob. But then I feel like when I was growing up, all the cooler stuff was on.
Well, Cartoon Network was more like it was like if you were like a child, Nickelodeon was like the bee's knees, and then you get to Cartoon Network, you're like 10, 11, 12, 13, you're like, I want more slightly edgier shows. Like you got your Ben 10 and you got all like that sort of stuff on there, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is what real TV is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, God, back in the day.
I think we only had Foxtel in one of my houses, and we had it for I think like 2 months.
Yep.
Just to watch the last season of Game of Thrones. Because
Okay. So
like,
you had it fairly recently, I guess, technically in the grand scheme.
it took like 3 days to get it installed and get all the cables ran and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Mum had it just to watch Game of Thrones, and then they got rid of it. It was just to watch that, because like up to that point, they were either waiting for the DVDs to come out so they could buy it, or they were asking me to download all the episodes. And they didn't want to be left behind for 6 months and get it all spoiled. So they're like, we're going to pay the however much fee to get it all
Sorted.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I never watched it because it was like, no, we just have HBO. That's all we're watching.
I will say I did watch. I got into Breaking Bad fairly early in Australia because not many people watched that show till I think like season 4 here. I'd never heard anyone speak about it or anything online. It was always America, and they had season 2 playing at the time. I think it was like the plane season or whatever. And I remember watching it. I was like, this is hectic. And I went back, watched the first season, and I watched it as it went on from then. And I actually had Foxtel as the last season came out. I used to just torrent it.
Yeah.
When like all the new stuff would come out. But I was like, that was a cool experience watching that show as it came out. Because I feel like Breaking Bad was one of those shows. I know we've talked about it a fair few times now, but Breaking Bad was one of those shows where I feel like a lot of people really got into it once it was done.
Yeah.
I had
Once people could binge it.
Yeah. Well, we had like a hard drive we passed around school that had someone had got it from their brother who had season 1 and 2.
Yep.
And then we got that, and then I was like, this is really good. And then I think our mum watched it and was like, we need more. And that's when I started getting the other seasons downloaded. I remember like season 5 coming out, or whatever the second part of it.
Yeah.
And then that's when we were doing the week to week.
That's the thing I remember from high school, like the communal hard drive between your friend group that just basically orbited the friend group, just like, this has all the latest stuff
and
on it.
And then each week, someone else would get it, put all their stuff on it, and then pass that around. Oh, we had like every week I'd be downloading Walking Dead. It'd be like Monday, it'd be like, okay, cool, get home from school. That would be everything I downloaded. You do that, you do like the Flash, Arrow, all that for the last week. Put them all on there and watch that. And
I mean,
it was just, that was it.
None of those shows are good. But Walking Dead was good to a point, but Flash and Arrow are pretty...
They started off good, and then once they started doing all the crossover shit, I was like, I don't have time to catch up.
Again, 3 seasons, that's all they need, and after that, it all just goes to pot.
I don't even think the Flash was shit after like season 2.
Yeah,
Arrow got real bad real quick.
See, I liked the Arrow. I'm trying to remember where like I saw up to though.
I remember one year when they did all the crossovers, like, I'm not watching that Stargirl, I'm not watching...
Oh, I didn't watch any of the crossovers. YouTube seems to think I would be like hugely invested in it, but it's just like, can I scroll past this?
Yeah, that is something
enough?
I think I've watched them all on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Just watch all the crossover episodes in that.
We didn't have at my school a hard drive or anything we passed around with shows. What we did have in primary school is we had an unlimited iTunes account. What it was is, and this is, everyone gave around this Apple ID or this Apple login. This is when the time of iPod touches, and you could just get, you could get whatever games. It was unlimited money. Went on and bought the I'm Rich app. Yep. We bought like every game, bought those like $500 TomTom apps, everything like that. It was just one of the kids' friends from another school's parents' iTunes account.
I think
with
you've
their credit card on it. Yep. And it got wiped. Everyone was like, ooh. But there was obviously no restrictions on the amount of accounts or something back in the day then. Oh. Yeah, it was like Fergus or something. It was in the name or the password. So I'm guessing the kid's name was Fergus. Fergus, you fucked up.
I don't know how you'd claim all that back. Because if it's just his credit card, you'd be like, oh, you made like $6,000 worth of purchases this week on iTunes. Like, no, I didn't. It's like, well, you did.
When I was a kid, probably about 12, I dislocated my hip playing rugby union, and I was in hospital for a month. and it was in like traction because I had to let the cartilage go around my leg again, blah, blah, blah. Got back home, and while the time I was in hospital, Dad hooked up his debit card to my Microsoft account. So, because there was a couple times we wanted to get something, and the internet at the hospital was actually pretty decent. He's like, oh yeah, I'll let you get some games. I don't have time to go get this new thing. It's the time of like Portal 2 coming out, things like that. It was still connected when I went home, and I might have bought, like at the time, it was like $130 worth of games. And that to me was like so much stuff. I remember buying Ballad of Gay Tony, Undead Nightmare, like all these DLC, and like I think I bought all the Black Ops 1 DLCs and shit on it. And there was definitely a time where one day I come home from school and he gets back, he's like, where is it? And he goes onto the Xbox. And he's like, is there something going on with this? He's like, have you been buying stuff? No, I didn't. I swear I didn't buy anything. He ended up calling Microsoft, and it was definitely they'd been gone through this before. It was like, there's all these purchases on my saying from Microsoft. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. Thank you. Have you been buying stuff on my car? And I got in a lot of trouble. There's no birthday, Christmas presents that year.
I had to go through that at least 5 or 6 times when I was working childcare, with parents coming in and asking basically the same question. Hey, my kid's been buying all this stuff, or hey, there's a whole bunch of, because most of the parents knew I was pretty techie at the time.
Yep.
And it was
You
just
had cool blue hair.
at one point, yes.
Yeah, like Sonic.
But yeah, I had to go through that same thing of just like, if you've put your information in there, it's going to be very difficult to take it off again.
Yes.
Most of the companies are not going to want to do it. 1, because they don't care, and 2, because they want you to be spending more money.
I remember this was a while ago now, but I was at work and kid came in with his mum. There's this issue with my phone. Can someone look at it? Yeah, cool, whatever, no problem. Had a look. It's like, what are all these charges? And it's the classic 12-year-old boy thing, have access to the internet and you're on your parents' phone bill and you're like, oh, what are all these things? And this was like, you're going through the itemized bill and you're like, I don't know what any of those are. That's crazy. And then you look at the kid and his face is just like, do not rat me out. Because he's downloaded videos. He's texted like the sexy ringtone app and he's just like, and he's just like, that's not weird, but I'm pretty sure that won't happen again. And she goes, oh, what do you mean? I was like, it's a one-time thing. And the kid's just like looking sweating. And he's like, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll stop. I was like, yeah, you'll stop. Because it's like $600 worth of fucking charges to his like mum's account.
See, that one of the worst ones I had was a parent coming in and going, hey, they knew straight away that they were certain that the kid had spent money on it, but they were like, is there any way for me to get this $3,000 back? And I was just like, nope, it's gone. Sorry. I'm very sorry for you, but just don't give him allowance for the next 6 years.
No, this kid, who's getting that much money for allowance? I got like $15 a month, maybe.
Yeah, no, mine was, if I was going good, $5 a week.
Yeah.
No, but I was doing a bunch of shit.
I was working at a pretty, not influential, a pretty...
hoity-toity.
Yeah.
Still,
there was a lot of families there that were loaded. Like, these were homes that were like, $1 million was like the entry point.
Fucking hell, I wish.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good intro to
games.
But speaking of that, like back in school, everything like that, there's one thing I wanted to bring up. This is a question to the audience. Is cool maths games universal? In the sense that everyone I've ever met knows and played and went on cool maths games as a kid. This was the site that was unblocked by the school. You can play games on it. It had fucking Blocksaw was like one of the big things on it. Do we have like the top games of all time? Yeah, Run 3, fucking chess. I don't remember Tiny Fishing, but Cookie Clicker, like cool maths games was the shit.
Like, I'm assuming that a lot of these things got updated when Flash died.
Yeah, I'm assuming. Like, you're older than us. Was cool maths games a thing when you were at school?
This was not a thing when I was at school. It was, there was no internet games, really. It was, you had to install it as an application. I think the school computers...
What about Newgrounds?
Newgrounds
has been around since like 99 or something.
It was probably a thing. It wasn't a thing that any of us knew of.
Okay, yeah.
Like, all of our stuff, like, we barely went on the internet with our primary school computers. High school was a different thing, but yeah, primary school was like, oh, we've got like the original Duke Nukem game. We've got
all that type of stuff.
I think one of the principal might have installed the original Rise of the Triad at one point.
On it, yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently Cool Maths Games has been around since 1997. Fucking hell, it's older than me.
That is scary to think about.
That is really scary because I remember playing Cool Maths Games shit when I was at school.
Every
and
school I worked at, all the kids knew about it straight away.
Yeah.
It was the
Bookmarked.
go-to.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I'm assuming it was, but I mean, at least Australian kids wise, everyone played Cool Maths Games. And then like back in the day, Miniclip.
Yeah.
Miniclip was big, but I mean, that was always blocked by schools. Cool Maths Games.
Miniclip was I'm going to my friend's house for the night. We're sitting on Miniclip for 4 hours and then we're just watching YouTube.
Oh, fucking hell. Back in the day, yeah. So that's a question for the audience. Was Cool Maths Games a thing for you?
And what was the game you played most?
Yeah, what did you play the most? For me, it was definitely Blocksaw.
Blocksaws, Line Rider.
Yeah.
There was a laser. I think that might have been on Miniclip. There was like a lava runner game, which is just.
And then, and then Run 3 or Run 2
I was
or
going to
whatever.
say, the one I remember the kids I was looking after always playing, or at least one of the ones that popped up all the time would be Fire Girl and Water Boy or
Yes,
something.
I remember that. Yep.
It was the Adventures of Redbeard or something like that. You had to collect the little colourful orbs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so
and
many
whatever
fucking games.
the ice cream game was.
There's
there was
Papa's
one-
Pizzeria. That was one where you make the pizzas.
Yeah, that might be
and
what
stuff.
I'm thinking
There's
of.
a bunch.
We've actually got learning things on here now.
There's a lot of different things on here now that I think they've tried to get a bit more legit. Yeah, there we go.
Was
Yeah, Fireboy and Water Girl in the Forest Temple. That's what you're thinking of. Yeah, I remember that. That was just a quick little thing. We were talking last night in Discord about, for a second before both of you joined, about Bloons TD, Bloons Tower Defense. And again, that is a core memory for so many people, that game. And I feel like everyone's played it. Everyone between a certain age group has played it. You haven't played Bloons Tower Defense?
Never played it. No.
Really? I'm so surprised.
It was outside my time.
I don't know if it was though, because
I
like
don't
it's
know.
still big now.
Well, okay. Partly outside my time, also partly outside my sphere of actual experience. Like it was, you got to remember from year, I don't know,
Yeah.
when I first started gaming all the way through to when I moved out of home, I didn't really have the internet on my computer. I had it on the family computer,
Yeah, I
but
guess that's fair.
my personal computer didn't have the internet.
Yeah,
so
'cause-
I couldn't get all of this online stuff. Like I didn't get Steam until Fallout New Vegas came out.
A lot of people didn't have Steam till around then. But yeah, it does say on here that Bloons Tower Defense came out in 2007. That's actually a little bit later than I thought. And then Bloons TD 4 came out in 2009, which is a big one. And then TD 6 came out in 2018. But Bloons Tower Defense is the go. You go to people around Ben Meyer's age, and everyone played it.
Yeah.
Everyone played Bloons Tower Defense. Like you played the original Bloons in school, but Bloons Tower Defense. I mean, you can play Bloons Tower Defense.
It's definitely an iPad game now.
Yes, you can play if you got Netflix.
Yeah.
You can play it through that, yeah.
Yeah. It's goated. I love. Oh fuck off. I love this game. I play it all the time when I'm bored. I actually haven't played it in quite a while, to be fair, but they'll go in phases where it's like it's on the right
You
screen.
haven't had enough time to play it. You've been flat out.
It doesn't
Guess I had a
stop.
computer to play it.
Well, I do now. I
You've
do
got
now.
an iPad. You said yourself you can play it on
Yeah,
iPad.
I got it
Yeah.
for free with my Netflix subscription.
Yeah. So I've played a little bit of the original ones, but I was just Bloons. That's all I
Yeah,
played,
so
trying to get max level.
When you're the monkey throwing the dart,
Yeah.
to try and hit all the balloons.
Original
There's-
Angry Bird.
There's a side question for
Verge.
you as well. Have you played anything through Netflix or like I know YouTube
Netflix
offers
itself?
stuff all the time.
Oh, there's a couple things I've done, like just to test it out. 'Cause like that looks silly, and like for a second, and like it's when I'm browsing with Lizard, and she's like, "Oh, get off, let's do something," but I'm being annoying and go on.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things on there. I think the Jackbox is on there now, which that
Yes.
feels like that would work perfect for
It
Netflix.
would, yes. I don't know who's playing games on YouTube. Like I don't get why that's there.
Kids.
YouTube Kids
I
is a thing.
suppose,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
And there's
Kids
like a
on computers,
lockdown thing
yeah.
too.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't even
Because
considered
it's like
that.
Crossy Road and shit like that.
Yes.
Crossy Road I've played, but that was through Apple TV. Like
Yeah.
I'm on, like my friend had one, and we used to play that all the time before we'd actually pick something.
When you're at the arcade, who the fuck is paying money to play like the big versions of like Crossy Road or like the fucking mobile games? I feel like I've seen Crossy
I mean,
Road there.
We
and,
went to the arcade the other night for work.
yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we I mean, I played it, but you only play it once though. You go and you go, oh, that's funny. Play it once, and then you won't touch it for the rest of the night.
Yeah, it just
Bad at
seems.
games.
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about. No.
I feel like there's a lot of arcade games that are just phone games.
Yeah.
And then they'll just make it into an arcade machine and people go nuts on them and play them heaps.
Well, Jacob and I, who was on last week, we played like 4 races on Asphalt Legends, and it has like the physical.
That's different, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very different.
But it's like, oh, I can go home now and do the same thing, but on my phone. It's like, this is hectic. There's a lot of shit there.
That's you're in the car. It's an actual car game where if it's just something the same as me just tapping it on a screen like Crossy Road,
yeah,
like what's the point? Well, I mean,
Piano Tiles is that same sort of idea as well, because like you can play that on the game. There's like just a more, Tap Tap Revenge and all that sort of shit. Where a lot more.
Bloody Tap Tap Revenge. Tap 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 Revenge.
Some goated songs on it. You can buy the music packs as well.
Yeah, Brennan used to play that all the time.
It was very stimulating, that game.
It was.
Yeah, my iPod Touch got real warm just watching it.
From that, yeah.
Did you have Infinity Blade?
No, I don't think so.
No, I never had Infinity Blade. I think we leave the game.
I know. We will talk about it another time. The one thing I'll say on Infinity Blade was I had it. I never actually played it like an absolute moron, but I was on my iPhone. I saw someone post the other day of like they had in the icons for Infinity Blade, I think Infinity Blade 2, something else like Infinity Blade-esque. And they were just saying, I can't download these, but I'm never deleting these are staying on my iPhone forever.
I absolutely did play Infinity Blade. I just looked it up. I like the name's familiar, and I was like, oh yeah, I recognized that first monster immediately.
A game I played on my iPod Touch that was a ripoff of Halo. It was called like Nova or something. And I remember buying that and playing that, and then I had a multiplayer on one of them, and like it was a shit FPS, but like as a kid, that's like, oh my god. I remember I had the Avatar tie-in game on phone, and I played the fuck out of that. Oh, there was so many games.
I had the Oblivion mobile game. This was like, I had a Nokia. It wasn't even whatever the like famously rugged one in the 3110 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It was built for that. It was like really crappy tie-in, just like, you push the button to move in it wasn't even a proper top-down thing. It was just like sort of isometric camera, but the directions weren't.
They made a few games like that. They made a BioShock version. There's a Russian Clank old phone game like that. There's
they literally just like, oh, you can play Oblivion on the go. Blah, blah. It was such a
really.
shit house game. The only great tie-in game was the Doom RPG mobile game.
Doom RPG was actually really good. I played a fair bit of that as a kid. The original Doom 1 and 2 were also on iOS, and they were fucking great as a kid. That's how that's how I got into retro gaming, was Doom on iOS on my original iPod Touch, because it's Doom, it runs on anything.
Oh yeah.
Playing around on that, and I was like, that's hectic, and that's what got me into older games. But I think Ben and I can agree the best game, we already know the best game.
Still waiting for you to bring it up.
For iOS, I think it was only iOS, but the best game for iOS iPod Touch back in the day was Call of Duty World War Zombies.
Yeah.
It was I know there was Black Ops as well, but I feel like everyone started on the World War Zombies game. It was so fun. It felt like it wasn't. It's so cut down compared to the console version. But it was
at 8:30 on the bus to school in the morning.
Oh my god!
And you had like complete Bluetooth connectivity and play with all your friends.
It felt like I had my 360 hooked up. At that age, I was like, oh my god, I'm playing COD Zombies on my iPod Touch, and it was terrible controls because it's touch controls. But
wide headphones
you were
sitting
hooked.
there.
Yep, you were fucking hooked. I wish they still made like shit versions of it. Or not even a shit. I mean, you can make a decent one. Or just like, I don't know, Black Ops 3 Zombies. Imagine that having on a fucking phone.
That would.
And just having it connected to like an MCON or something. Oh.
I've got my iPod Touch in one of the rooms in the studio. We should see if we can get a 30-pin charger for it and see if it still works.
I probably have mine somewhere. And that
I
will
have
stuff
3 30-pin chargers. I'll bring one in.
Yeah, please do.
You used to be able to buy them at the shops till about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Old technology now, I guess.
Yeah, very much is old. But, nostalgia for old iOS games, I guess.
We've got to do a whole episode on mobile games.
We do. We need to get some people
We've
in that we remember.
That idea is going on the pile of all the other.
That's been a consistent idea for like 50 episodes, even earlier than that.
I think longer. It's that and the music one.
Yes.
I saw my playlist the other day. There's like 8 songs in it. I was like, oh, that's there still.
I think we need to sack off our original idea of who we're going to get on for that and just do it.
I think Jacob would be good for that.
Yes, I agree.
Jacob, I know we've talked about possibly getting Troy on, but like, I would love to get him on for a musical themed episode.
I don't
Maybe
think-
not soundtracks,
Yeah.
but yeah.
When I get my new thing that I just bought.
That's an idea, yes.
Yeah, we can make our own theme song.
Speaking of something you bought, would you like to...
Well, that's what I was about to say. So we manifested it.
We did.
So 2 weeks ago, we saw, there's all the leaks of the Steam controller. I saw that video of the review of it. Last week, we came in and said, hey, they've just announced, here's a release date of buying it. You can go and get it. Last week, right after the episode came out, I went and started editing it. I was up late till like 3 a.m. That's when the Steam controller went live. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to try and buy it because I really wanted it. I fucking got it, baby. We got it so fucking quick. These things sold out instantly.
Yeah, within half an hour, they're like world shortage. Done.
Yeah, so I went and bought it. I happened to be up, I think it was about 2:40 that I'd done, or like got most of the edit done for the night. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to stay up and try and buy this thing. I went onto Steam straight away. It had a card error. And you'd try and buy something and be like, oh, your information's not working or the servers are down, blah, blah, blah. It didn't look like it was a servers are down issue properly. It was like saying your card info was wrong or something. I was like, fuck, I've had this problem with Steam before. Sometimes it doesn't like my credit card. Well, sorry, not my debit card. And it just doesn't work. It won't let me buy something. And I nearly given up trying to buy it. And I was like, fuck it, let me have a look. This thing's big. There'll be posts on Reddit or whatever. Went on to the Steam Reddit and there's people like, yep, the site's fucked. It's like crashed. You need to just keep spamming buy and eventually it'll be let through for this controller. And I was like, fuck it, I'm up. So I was spamming the click to buy button for the Steam controller for like 15 minutes.
I will also say, taking the time to then go off the site to then look up like problem solving for how do I buy this thing?
Yeah.
And you know it's selling out fast. That would have been nerve-wracking.
I was
as heck.
pissing myself. And so I was like, fuck it. I got nothing to lose. So I just kept spamming it. And I felt like I was just going insane. I was like, I nearly had given up and then just popped up in the cart ready to buy. And I was like, fuck it. Yep. Buy. Send it through. And then, 2 days later, got the Steam controller.
Which that's an amazing turnaround, honestly.
Yeah, 2 to 5 business days in Australia. Looks like it's a lot quicker here than
America.
America. I dare say is because they're mostly all in Sydney and there's a pretty good network between the major cities. But quick review of the Steam controller. So I've used this for maybe not super long, maybe about 6 hours of gameplay so far. It's really solid for what it is. It does, a lot of the reviews have been saying for the Steam controller that it doesn't feel as premium as other controllers. I can 100% agree with that. It does feel lighter and not quite as good as like an Xbox Elite or like a
DualSense Edge.
It doesn't have that heft to it.
No, but it's not trying to be that.
No.
It is just a really good standard controller with some extra features type of deal. The biggest thing is the trackpads on the front. They're hectic. I will say, out of the box, the trackpads on the Steam controller, the bottom left pad didn't recognize. Like the bottom left corner of the left pad would not pick up anything. And I was like, what? I found that by myself. I was like, oh, fuck. Went online and heaps of people had the same problem. I was like, fuck, don't tell me there's like a defect in them. It was just an update. Fixed it later on. It still isn't as responsive as the other corners or the other 7 corners, but that bottom left one is a lot better now. I think it just updates stuff. The one thing I will say, I've only tried it on maybe 5 games so far. I have not found a single game to utilize these pads. Like properly. That isn't just, it's the same as the D-pad there.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm guessing I've got to go in and probably customize it or got to find games that are optimized for Steam Deck, but I also have been playing games that are optimized for Steam Deck and it doesn't really do much. The one thing I will say, navigating Windows with this thing is fucking hectic. It is nearly getting to the point where you don't need a keyboard and a mouse to navigate Windows. This was so good for it. Using this trackpad and then the right trigger as a mouse click.
Yep.
Going between monitors was insanely good. It was not quite mouse level, but it was the closest thing and it felt really intuitive. Like there was no problems with it at all. And being able to just quickly go, I was playing Crimson Desert. I plugged in my main TV into my computer. My computer's a few meters to the left with the screen on there. There was a window on that computer. It was far enough away, it's a little bit hard to see, but I was like, oh, yep. I just quickly moved it with the pad, grabbed it and pulled it back over to this main window. Super simple.
Yep.
That's the type of thing I'd have to get up, move it, try and look over there, then come back, or try and bring my keyboard and mouse into my bed and all just a fuck around. It was so good with this. The problem with navigating Windows with the Steam controller isn't Steam or the Steam controller itself. It is Windows being a fucking piece of shit still when it comes to anything.
Yeah.
Windows sucks so much with its window and monitor configuration stuff. It still just shits the bed and can't deal with stuff all the time.
Which you'd think for something like the most used operating system in the world, you would think they'd at least have, like, everyone has 2 monitors. When was the last time you knew of someone like, oh, I've just got 1 monitor?
Display settings are just so terrible on Windows.
Like, this should be just easy thing to get right. Like, I know everyone has different hardware. Oh, this person has this graphics card. They've got this resolution. They've got blah, blah, blah. It shouldn't matter for that sort of stuff. That should be an easy thing to, have you got more than 1 monitor? Yes, no. Have you got one of them set as a primary, or are you duplicating them? Yes, no. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to have just this thing be work.
Yep.
Just
it doesn't.
Main window, primary window, whatever. Everything should pop up there. If you're like, I'm activating this application, it should be there. Why the fuck is it activating over on my secondary monitor?
Yep.
I've never used it on the secondary
And then trying
monitor.
to get it to
Why
the
is
first
it over
one
there?
has easy fits. The amount of times I've been having problems trying to run Steam Big Picture mode on my TV plugged into my computer, and it just won't activate it on the screen. Like Big Picture mode, even though it's set as default open in the second monitor, just won't do it. It'll go in the first one, or they go to the second one, or they'll just randomly flip. I won't touch anything. It will just happen.
You'll get out of bed to fix it, and then it'll switch to the monitor you want it to, and you're like, oh, sit back down. It's now swapped magically back to the monitor. I don't understand how
That's
it works.
why I like this, because the Steam controller, when there has been problems with display settings on Windows, I've been able to change 90% of the things from this still sitting down, and it's nowhere near as much of a pain and doesn't drive me out the wall like it used to. The one problem I am having with this, though, and this is very game dependent. I was trying to play Crimson Desert in bed, like I said. Steam Big Picture mode on the TV. Good. Everything's working. Launch the game. Crimson Desert won't launch inside of Big Picture mode even though I'm in it. It will launch as its own launcher behind
you get the splash page first, and then
and then it'll go behind it. There's no way to Alt-Tab at the moment that I can find from this. So I have to go up onto the computer to do that, then come back. But then if I close Crimson Desert, I've got to also go back to Alt-Tab again to go back into Big Picture mode for this to work. It's just a lot of fucking around that doesn't need to be a thing.
I was about to say, I've had similar problems where you start a game and it pops up with a, do you want to run this in elevated privileges or admin mode or whatever? Something else pops up before the game will launch. Separate launcher,
whatever.
Yes. Because you've had a new window as the active window, it'll default to that. And then when the game finally does launch, it won't go back to that. It just launches it in the background behind the Steam window, basically.
And it fucks up and it just can't understand the order. Yeah.
Surely you'd have something there to go like, hey, this is a game application, or this is an application that is in full screen. It is the default. Just override everything else. I don't get it. It shouldn't be that
that
hard.
would make sense though, but like you said, it's the most popular operating system in the world. They don't need to change it because people are still going to use it.
And I know that like the comeback for it is going to be, but they're trying to anticipate like millions upon millions of different configurations of hardware and so on and so forth. Blah blah. I was like, that's fine, but it's not millions upon millions of they've got different windows open. It is millions and millions of different configurations of hardware. What the hardware is actually driving should be the same. I want this window to be the front window. I don't want it to go behind all the other stuff that I clicked on prior to it launching.
The other thing I will say about the Steam controller, the puck that it comes with, the charger, really cool. I love the idea of the puck just magnetizing on and then charging the controller. Easy way to pair up multiple controllers. So easy. The puck uses, I think it's 2.4. I don't think it's 5 gigahertz. I've got a Secret Labs desk that is all metal. It does interfere with the signal a bit if I'm too far away. If I'm right at the desk, no problem at all. But if I'm in my bed 2 meters away, it interferes enough that it does have a bit of problems and it does randomly drop out for a sec. I only experienced that while I was in the desktop mode, not playing games though. It was very strange. I'd be moving around and then it'll just stop. It wouldn't be getting any because you can tell if this is connected properly because the haptics for these pads, because it's not clickable at all. They're just a flat pad, but if it's connected, they got haptics in it. It feels like you're clicking and moving around. It's really intuitive. But it just would keep dropping out randomly. I've moved the puck around. It's fixed it a bit more, but isn't crazy amount fixed. It works enough, but it's more for when I'm at my desk. But that's a first world problem. There's ways I could get around that. It just wouldn't look as neat. Like put the puck like close to the TV or something. I don't know.
Just mount it to the ceiling.
So, yeah. Besides that, the buttons on the back of this controller are also great. I'm struggling to find for the Steam controller any way to utilize the extra features of this at the moment, besides just being a dedicated computer controller. But being a dedicated computer controller, it has been amazing so far. I've really enjoyed it. All the problems I'm having with the Steam controller seems like they're more Windows related than the controller itself. So
I will say, like, I played around with it a bit before we started recording. Those back buttons, like the ones underneath, they are in, I think I said, like the best possible spot of any controller I've ever held. They were just instantly in the right spot. The second you pick it up is just like, yep, I can feel them there. I don't have to like move my finger up and down to find anything. There's no like,
that's exactly
my finger slipped under the paddle or anything like that. No.
Exactly what Ben said. As soon as I gave it to him, he said those, like within a second, it was
instantly.
Like, those buttons are in a great spot. These ones at the back, because they contour with the controller. So the ones at the top actually curve around with the top of the controller, and the ones on the bottom are slightly got like a wave in them to try and fit it. But as soon as you put your hands on, it feels great. And it feels to the point where you could get used to just using them without it being like, taking a little while to get used to it. Like it feels really good. The other good thing about this, because it's the Steam controller, we're going to have to give it time before there's a lot of stuff, but you can go on and download configurations for how this works.
Which I had said Steam does already support that for other controllers, but I think this is going to be a lot
through the roof,
better in the way it's implemented.
There's a lot that I got to learn about this thing. I'm sure there is a way for me to be able to like alt tab from this. Like I thought I mapped a button to do it, but I don't.
It just wasn't working.
It wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like, I think I might have accidentally mapped it for a game that doesn't have controller support. So it was like you can go in and use this basically as a keyboard type of deal, but I don't know. I'll have to look into it a bit more. But the Steam controller so far, I highly recommend it. They are so hard to get at the moment. I don't know if there's any news about new batches of pre-orders or anything like that.
I know Valve's been pretty quick to say that they're implementing stuff to prevent scalpers from
people scalp
getting a
these.
Foothold.
Well,
but, I mean, they're already there, honestly.
Yeah.
I did reserve one after when we started recording today. It says it's like your reservation's there. Once we send you a separate email with it in your basket, I'll have 3 days to fill it out before I can.
Oh, that's hectic.
Come through.
Yeah.
No timeline, no date, no nothing. It just says reserve one now. We'll email you when it's ready.
That's hectic. Yeah, I mean, like I think these are going to be commonplace soon. Also, the battery life one is insane. It's 35 hours or something. You'd never need it for this because you can also play with the puck connected or just into the USB-C on the back of it, which is, I'm assuming, what the go will be once the Steam machine comes out, because that's got the puck integrated into the machine.
Yes.
This is getting me a lot closer to that experience that I've wanted for a long time of having a PC as a console connected to a TV without the hassle.
How much did it cost you, just real quick?
It was 150 Australian.
150 Australian, which in the grand scheme of like PC controllers, for something that, like, as we said, doesn't feel like a big premium controller, but the actual performance of it has been amazing.
It was great still though, playing with it.
$150? I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that.
The ease of use I've already have, not having to pair this, unpair this. This is just for the computer now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you said as well, the second you turn off the computer, it turns off as well.
Yep, it turns off.
It doesn't hang around wasting battery.
The other thing is that pressing the Steam button will just launch big picture mode.
Yeah, that Xbox and PlayStation ones
There's
already do that.
There's a couple little things though with it. It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, all my complaints with the Steam controller at the moment are not really Steam controller related. It's a bit more Windows related, and there'll be updates to Steam to make that better. Valve's always been really good trying to get stuff as comfortable as possible to play with. So again, really recommend the Steam controller. When you can get it, reserve it like Ben has, and just wait till you get an email saying you can buy it.
I'm looking forward to having a controller that is easy to pair. Like my DualSense Edge, you're not plugging it in with a cable, which depending on the length of the cable is a pain in the ass. Having to go in, disconnect it, add Bluetooth again, and try it over and over and over again. It's a fucking nightmare.
It does my head in. That's why I just like plugging that puck in and work. One thing I will say though, with the Steam controller, when I first plugged it in, I plugged the puck in because it's USB A to C cable because the puck's got a C on it, and then the A into the computer. Plugged it into the first ports on my computer, did not register it at all. Didn't work at all. I tried 2 ports, it didn't work. I plugged it into the back of my computer, it's worked. Feel like that's my computer though, just being shit with its front USB A ports.
You can try it in my computer and see what happens.
Yeah. But then I plugged in I unplugged the puck and just plugged in the A to C into this, and that powered it and did the update through that.
On the front or on the back?
On the front.
Okay, so
but I can't pick up the puck.
I was about to say, hopefully it's not something that when you got your computer fixed, they fucked around with, but
no.
Okay, so it just doesn't read the
I don't know.
puck.
I have had a problem with my computers, the front USB A's, throttling the bandwidth on it with data, and I go down to 40 megabit or 40 megabyte a second when I transfer stuff. But they're supposed to be 5 gigabit.
Are they rated as like USB 3.0 or 3.2?
I think it's 3.2. That's what I'm saying. They'll 5 gigabit, but then they'll just throttle down and go down to 40 megabit or megabytes.
Thanks, HP.
Yeah, fucking terrible. But I mean, I'm happy I got the computer back. Playing Crimson Desert on the big screen looks fucking great. I'll enjoy that game, but it's
a grind.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so these guys have played Crimson Desert plenty. Like you've got tens and tens of hours in them.
Rocks up to the hundreds now, I think.
Yeah.
One thing
I've dropped off a little bit. I do need to play more of it. But yes, Tom, what's your thoughts?
With Crimson Desert, there's one thing I got really disappointed about, and I didn't know this till a couple hours into playing, because I was like, this combat feels really disjointed to what I'm doing. I didn't realize you just hold down the button and you just auto attack. That really makes me sad. It takes so much enjoyment away from me. I didn't know that was just auto attacks. It's fun. Once I realized, it's just auto attacks the whole time, I changed my playstyle up a bit and it was a lot more fun. But I thought it was a bit more Arkham-esque.
You got to time it, like different combos and that.
Well, not even time, but I control, not just hold R1 and it'll just do everything for me, basically. I mean, like, there's a lot more to it than that, but
at its most basic, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, that sucks a bit.
I can see how that would be disappointing, yeah. I mean, you still got to manage, until you invest a couple of points, you still got to manage stamina and all of that for blocking.
Not really. I didn't run out of stamina until I started buying more of those abilities. Like before, I wouldn't run out of stamina.
Yeah, stamina hasn't been a problem, only for running around.
Are you using heavy attacks or are you just using light attacks though?
But even then, you can still run your stamina out with light attacks. I'm just saying once you start doing like you hold R1 and square and then circle and you do the other little moves in between, that's when I'm running out of stamina more. But at the start of the game, I didn't even worry about it. But I agree. It probably told you. I don't remember reading anywhere that it says hold them to do a chain of attacks or anything. I was just spamming the two.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. And I was like, because, I don't know if it's because it's Crimson Desert has got the DNA of being a MMO, and there's way less control in those games with that sense. It's always just like, do this type of attack. It's not actually going in and being more action-oriented, I guess, with how you can control it. Hard to explain, but people understand what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, it kind of sucked going in and be like, I thought this was going to be a lot more fun in that sense. Like it doesn't feel as much of an RPG to me now. I don't know why. It's still very fun. I'm going to play the fuck out of this game. But besides that, so far, Crimson Desert's been fun.
Yeah.
The performance is a bit weird in this game. Like, I'll drop down the settings like a lot and it'll barely gain any frames, I'm not complaining. I'm still getting.
I was about to say, I'm running everything at cinematic. You shouldn't have to drop it at all.
See, I'm in the same boat. Like I was running everything in cinematic, and it would peak frames in weird times. Like I'd be in a fight scene. It's like, oh, you're getting 130. I'm walking around slowly, and it's like you're at 45. It's like I don't understand how this works.
I don't have that problem. I have with Crimson Desert that I had it just put on auto, so it put everything at max because I got a 5090, got 64 gigabyte RAM, Ultra 9. The game's running around 190 frames a second, and it'll be like everything cinematic. But then I was like, oh, I want to try and see if I can get my frames up to 120, because when I was on the TV, that's what it maxes out on. And then my monitor is also 165. Dropped them down to I dropped it down to like Epic or whatever the one underneath cinematic is. Gained like 2 or 3 frames. Like on average, I'm running around for a few minutes, and then I'll drop it down again and again. I was able to maybe get 10 frames going down to medium.
So just to clarify, you meant you were getting 100 to 90 frames, not 190 frames.
No, around that, 90 to 100 frames.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so I wasn't gaining much. I don't know if it's more resolution. I've got no type of upscaling going at the moment. It's completely just raw power.
Yeah.
There's no frame generation, no upscaling, anything like that. That could change it completely. For a second, I tried the frame gen and it felt like shit, but it went up to 140 or something.
I haven't done any of the frame gen because I don't like the idea of it. I would prefer to have like actual rendered frames, not theoretical frames. So I'm running everything cinematic. I'm running with all the DLSS and everything off. I'm running usually anywhere. I mean, I've only got a 3080. I'm running anywhere between 60 to 70 frames, and it'll like 10 frame difference. There's a big difference there.
But you're doing 2K, aren't you, though?
Yes.
Okay, that's your difference.
Yes.
I think if I put this on 2K, I would get so much more.
Oh, yeah. For what you've got?
4K
yeah,
and then 4K and then a 2K by 5K monitor. I think that my monitor takes a bigger hit than what the TV does to it, though, because it is expanding more. But it's really nice sitting down and having a controller with that nice monitor. I've always just been basically doing keyboard and mouse in there. Really good. But yeah, that's my little Crimson Desert.
Yeah, it's definitely improved from when like at launch, because like I was getting like 60 frames max. I turned like everything up and I'm like, okay, I'll turn everything down. Still no difference at all in Crimson Desert. I was watching people change settings and do like the DLSS and all that sort of stuff. I did get better performance on some things when I turned that on, but then it's like you move the camera around in a quick pan and it's like the background isn't rendered in. And you're like, okay, this is weird. Then the cutscene's hyper realistic, and then it swaps back as soon as you go to like you're in control, and it's like it's just very weird. But like not performance, but also like the quality issues as well.
I will say one thing I have really been impressed with graphical wise with Crimson Desert is this is by far the best render distance game I've ever played.
Oh yeah.
There is no pop in, and I am seeing so far, and it looks great. It doesn't look like, okay, over there it looks shit. And that's optimization, because I booted up GTA 4 on that thing. That game's 18 years old now, and my computer can't handle like 80 frames with everything ultra and the max render distance. It's barely getting there, and there's like so much shit with it. I mean, I think GTA 4 is notoriously like not very well optimized for computer.
No, probably not. But I mean, even Minecraft, you jump onto Minecraft, put like, I want max chunks, I want, all this stuff.
It's logs.
It does. Mm-hmm. And that's a game that like, I mean, originally written in Java, now in C++ for Bedrock.
For Bedrock,
I think it's C++. But yeah, like for what the actual texture file sizes are in that game, it shouldn't be slogging at all.
No, not at all.
Oh, well.
I did see there was a new Minecraft update, though. Added sulfur caves and all this random...
They don't add enough.
No.
Enough.
No.
Minecraft
There's piss cubes now, too, that you can put blocks in them, and they just... It's weird.
You know what Minecraft should do? They really need to do a fucking Roblox. Like, I think games to have good longevity now need to have proper... I mean, obviously, you can create stuff in Minecraft.
They've tried to do that with the marketplace and that. I mean...
Yeah, I guess the marketplace does.
I bought the Dragon Ball Z pack. I still haven't played it.
Yeah, but that was just skins and shit. That didn't...
No, it has like whole like new game modes. Has
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was only skins and like a map and stuff.
I thought at first,
the old one, yes, but like remember you had a look at the one with the coins and stuff. Now you can like, especially Bedrock had it.
They announced that shit when we were looking at it. I was looking at an old one. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because remember they announced
stuff
that we looked
Java,
at it.
yes, is usually just skins. Maybe.
Oh, no,
People have
not even for
servers and all that
Java,
sort of stuff they host, but the Bedrock stuff when we played it like not too long ago, it was like, I want all these mods. Yeah, cool. It's $7 a month, and you just get access to like there's a horror
bunch of
mods
them,
and
yeah.
like, that stuff's really cool.
Yes.
But then you pay the $7, you download it all to your world. They change them out every month, and it's just like, okay, that world is now just corrupted.
Oh, because I can't use those mods anymore. Yeah, that kind of
All
sucks.
my builds are question mark blocks for some reason.
Oh,
now.
it feels
It's
like going back to Gary's mod with the fucking big red error whenever you didn't have like
Yes.
Counter-Strike Source installed or fucking TF2 or whatever the fuck.
such a good world too. Base is ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a bit of a last week we had a clip go up, or this week technically, I don't know, of talking about Gary's mod. And I did say in there, I was like, oh, Gary's mod's probably the biggest, most popular mod of all time. In the same sentence, I talk about Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike would be probably number one, but Gary's mod, I think, as just the mod itself, I still think is number one. Counter-Strike turned into a franchise.
Yeah.
Because people talk about Counter-Strike, they talk about Source and CSGO, which were full-on developed games. The only mod with Counter-Strike was 1.6, the original version back in the day, and then got updated to 1.6. But anyway, enough of that. Gaming news. Big thing that came out is that there's been reports saying that Bungie has lost Microsoft. Sorry, not Microsoft.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah, but Bungie made Microsoft a lot of money. Bungie lost Sony $765 million. And the reason for this is that Sony records actually it's $766 million impairment loss against Bungie for the 2025 financial year. A 1-2 punch of Destiny 2 and Marathon failing to meet its expectations, Sony bought Bungie for $3.6 billion in 2022. This is one of the things where I'm really sad because there is so much talent behind Bungie, but I feel like it's one of those companies where the higher-ups, the people in charge, have been leading them astray for way too long, and it's causing people like Sony, who thought there was a slam dunk buying this company, to really start to regret it.
Yeah. It's, look, how many flops can a game studio survive, honestly? Not that Destiny 2 I wouldn't call a flop. Marathon
it's just getting definitely end of life. That game's over a
It was
decade
end of
old.
life 5 years ago. They needed to pump another. They should have had a third game out by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that game was
Marathon,
everything.
Marathon I probably wouldn't call a flop either. It definitely was didn't hit anywhere near as hard as they wanted.
There has been way bigger flops. The game itself, I don't think is bad. It just it was the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Yeah, it didn't do anything different to all of the other games in that same space.
Yeah. You guys played it. Did it look nice at least?
It looked fine.
It was a cool vibe. It just
Yeah.
There's nothing memorable really about it.
No, because when you I know you Brock didn't play, but I played the trial and the game test for Arc Raiders, and you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then you get jumped on by a big fucking robot spider, and you go, holy fuck, this is epic. That was really cool. And you're like, okay, I want to play again and see what else I can find. Well, we played the demo for Marathon. We ran around for 15 minutes, didn't find anyone.
Oh, we saw one team.
Yeah,
one
wiped them, and we're like, oh, they must be bots. No, they were the other team that are in the lobby. And then we extracted, and we're like, okay, we'll try that again. Same thing happened. We didn't even see the third team on the map at all. They just happened to extract at a different location, nowhere near us. And we're like, maybe this gets better. Apparently Marathon does get better the more you get up and all the rest of there's more people.
It takes too long for a game like that to...
But it's we played for 3 hours maybe? I know I played a bit more
around
than
that,
you did, yeah. I wasn't hooked. There wasn't anything. The vibe was cool. The menu sucked. The loot system organization and differential, that sucked. Too confusing, and it was just
the menu and UI honestly was so, you know how we were saying a couple of weeks ago, the Crimson Desert threw so much stuff at you so fast.
Yes.
That is what Marathon's UI does to you, particularly when you're in the actual
I'm not going to say that's even Marathon. I feel like that's just games in the last couple of years have just been fucking menu vomit at you, and there's so much shit going. I'm like, what am I doing? That was the same. I had the same thing with fucking French game. fucking
Clear Obscure.
Clear Obscure.
Oh, okay,
the
yep.
fucking menus in that I thought were terrible as well. It's like they just blur, blur, blur. It's like, do you know how to? Let's try and make this way more manageable.
Just have nice flow to the menu.
Yeah, and it's just like
Bring
shit
back
here,
the
shit here,
PS2
shit here.
game menu where it pops up in the middle of the screen and there's 6 options. That's
Of
it.
No, have it fucking. People copied it for years. Fucking Persona 5's menus they look amazing and they're great.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know
they're,
what
they're
easy.
functional.
Yes.
They work.
I don't know what they look like.
Oh, they're great. You would like them. I think you'd really like the
I'm going to have a
aesthetic.
look.
But no, like
Yeah.
on Marathon, the UI and all of that, like I know it's not a central point, but I know it's a part of that particular game genre where it's like while you're running around looking like, do we extract yet? Do we extract? Oh, I've found some loot. And everything pops up and you're going to quickly scan over it and everything. I have no idea what any of that is. I'm looking through stuff and like, okay, I don't know if I think that's a health item. I think that might be a weapon mod. That could be currency. I have no clue.
Yeah.
And it's just, I obviously can't take all of it.
Expired health pack. And you're like, oh, okay. Why do I need an expired health pack?
Yeah. It's
Is
like,
that just like a bullshit thing, or can I use that for something?
Like,
You
I
can-
think it was
you can
minimal
use it.
health.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can use it, but it's just
You just
Okay,
see med
expired
pack.
food.
When you're running around looting, you go, oh, you see med pack. You're okay, cool. I'm going to take that. And you look at it and go, I've got 8 of these.
Yeah.
I've got 8 of these, plus I have another 8 of the full health pack. I've got another 8 of half health pack or something. It's just taking up more space. It's just like, just have that as trash on the ground.
So some of the comments, because we looked at Reddit for this, talking about Sony losing all this money because of Bungie. Some of the comments were saying the focus on live service has not worked out well, which I think's true. I think Bungie has been, since Halo Reach, has been a live service company, which sucks because Destiny 1 was probably the best mix of it, I'd assume. Destiny 2 was extremely successful, but that game has just been going on for too long.
Yeah.
That game
Too long.
came out when it was like my last year of high school, which was
It was like 2015, 2014, something
Yeah.
like that. And they're still pushing out shit for it. And I think it's just getting too old.
Live service is operating on this idea that people are going to play games for like, hey, we've got this game. It's going to be the thing for the next 5 to 6 years.
Well, here we go. Destiny 2 is too old and too convoluted. Every legacy player, even legacy players, don't give a fuck anymore. They need to make Destiny 3 and reset this mess.
I don't think they do. I think they need to just like, Destiny's done. We're
No.
going to move on to a new thing with similar gameplay mechanics and everything. Don't do Marathon. Just have something new and like, hey, we've got all the mechanics that make Destiny fun to play.
Yep.
New story, new.
they can just do that with
everything,
Destiny. Just fuck off.
same mechanics.
Do a wipe. Just reset everything and just be like, cool, new story, new timeline, do whatever, and just keep.
Yep.
Because there's nothing that people like. There's a lot of shit about Destiny that people don't like, but also
Yep.
the raids, the multiplayer, the PvP, the story's kind of arse. But I mean, like, you're not there for that. You're there for the combat, gunplay, everything.
Well, here's
Chuckle
another
that
one.
in another one.
I switched to Warframe a year ago, and what a difference active community engagement and support makes. And regular content releases, bye Bungie.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've heard is that they don't listen to the audience as much, which sucks because I feel like Bungie's still really good at making games and they still have the same soul of the original Halo games. There's just something there and it still feels like it's a proper Bungie game, even though so many people, like 90% of the people who were there back when people really loved Bungie aren't there anymore.
What I was going to say, just to finish off my thought from earlier, they're operating on this idea that like, hey, people are going to be playing this game for the next 5 to 6 years. We've talked about how like when you were younger, you would get a game and yes, you would play it to death because you got maybe a handful of games to play on whatever system you were playing on. New games were few and far between. They're still operating on that idea that like, hey, people are going to have this as their main focus. And it's like, people aren't like that anymore. People are playing 5 or 6 games all at the same time. They're bouncing between a whole bunch of other live service games. You're not the only fish in this pond.
You need to keep the live service active while you work on another game so that way people don't go forget about it. You need to hit 3-5 years and go, okay, the new game's coming out now, and then people just transition across and you still get all your revenue.
Well, this guy here's literally saying that. Said, these CEOs are downright stupid. They keep focusing on long-term live service monetization games made for pure profit, acting like gamers are just going to accept it. I'm tired, boss.
I'm tired, boss.
I just want a good, not too long single player experience like the good old days.
Yeah.
Why does every game have to last forever? I don't have enough mental capacity to want to play a game that long. My backlog will last till I'm dead. That's true, and this is exactly what Bungie's doing. I don't need this fucking forever game that's going on forever. I don't have any inkling to want to play Destiny 2. I don't really want to play Marathon. I re-downloaded the fucking Master Chief Collection last night because Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach are fucking amazing and I still want to go back and play them.
Yeah.
And like, it's the type
because it has a finality to it where it's like, I'm done with this thing. Like Clair Obscure and Crimson Desert are two massive games that have come out in the last couple of years, and people have acted like, oh, we can't believe these games did so well for single player games. We thought single player games were like single player games have never been dead.
No.
It's just, I mean, as this guy was saying, it's the big companies, like I'm sounding sort of conspiracy theory now. It's the big companies saying that, oh no, we know all the money is in live service. We don't think there's any money to be had in single player games. People will pay big money for a tight, concise single player experience.
Yep.
Where I walk into this game and everything I'm going to experience is already there. There's not going to be, hey, in 6 months we're going to wipe everything and change it all up and you'll have to relearn your entire build. Like, it doesn't happen that much.
Destiny did that. Destiny 2 did that because it's like, hey, I remember that game came out. I never played Destiny 1 and everyone's like, you're getting it. We're all playing it together. Hectic. Bought the big edition because they're like, Jimmy's like, the season pass is going to come with the DLCs and you'll be fine. We can play for ages. First two came out. One was okay. The second DLC was garbage. Cool, we wait 6 months. Oh, there's another DLC package for Destiny 2. You got to buy another season pass. There's another $140, whatever it was. I did that 3 times, and I'm like, I can't give this game any more money for no other content.
Yeah.
It just kept barreling down, and then when we wanted to play it again, I think it was like a year and a half ago, we're like, we'll download Destiny again. We'll give it another try. If you didn't, you had to buy the season pass to get some new light ability or whatever it was, but then you had to finish the other DLC that was in the other pack to actually use it all and use half the weapons.
Fuck off,
So
really?
it's like, I want to play this game. You're dropping at least $80, $90 a year after the DLCs come out to play the new expansion.
Yeah, fuck that.
No. I had a similar experience with Elder Scrolls Online. Played it with a
You're
bunch
an
of my
idiot
friends.
for playing that.
No,
full stop.
when we played it, it was fun. Laura still plays it every now and then. She's slowly dropping off it. But I had a build on there that I really liked. I could play solo if I needed to, but otherwise I was like a decent front tank. They then changed up how all of your champion abilities and everything worked, where rather than just be like, yep, I'll pick this one from this class, this from this from this. Then they introduced all these champion point things where it's like, oh, you need to individually assign skill points and everything to... It broke every single build across the meta, which I'm usually not a fan of going into the meta, but... For stuff like that, it was like, I know how this build works. I know I've got all my stuff in a line, so I can just go press 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know that like I'm going to get through every battle with at least some health left.
Yep.
Whether or not I've got people standing behind me. It broke everything. It was cool. I can press 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't do anything anymore. They like have the same animations and everything, but they don't do the same effects because I have to reassign all these abilities. It's like, I don't want to do this. I just want the shit to work.
And just how it was.
I don't want to have to, you need to rerun these.
Rerun
these dungeons to get new, like different drops so that you can do this different thing. It's like, I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to. Oh, fuck me.
That's like when I used to play Overwatch back in the day and I played it for months and I used to main D.Va, I used to main some other characters sometimes and I would just jump on one day and they'd done some complete rework where it's like, no, all the abilities that you've been using for 6 months aren't a thing anymore. Use this, and it's completely nerfed this, and it's like...
It fucks you because you're relying on muscle memory for half of it. It's like, I can't... Why am I failing at this thing that I used to be decent at?
And it's like, it's the type of thing I understand. That is a multiplayer first game, obviously. Well, it's basically only multiplayer, and it will change and evolve as time goes on when they add more heroes and stuff, but it's so drastic changes, and it just kept happening.
Yeah.
And it just made the game, not unplayable. To me, it's like, fuck off. I don't have to relearn this shit. I want to come home from work and just de-stress and play a few games of this. Not be like, well, why the fuck do I have to relearn all this shit? It's annoying. it's not. I don't understand why they had to do such extreme changes, and it just put me off it. And I think it put off a lot of people. And then how infrequent the updates were to that game, and then all the shit they would do would always be something shit.
Yeah.
They'd occasionally had something cool, like, oh, he's a 3v3 mode. And it was like, oh, this is a cool little thing. But it's like, oh, the characters that I'm used to are completely different now, or XYZ. But that's just live service or multiplayer being done wrong.
Marvel Rivals had that. They kept doing the overpowered nerfing thing. So it's like, oh, 1 week it's like, oh, all the DPS characters are way too strong. Okay, cool. No one plays healer because you can't get anything. And then it's like the next week, oh, they're all broken. The healers can't die now. It's like, okay, well, it's either you make everyone overpowered or no one is. And it's like you can't have a good balance without making someone pissy in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. You're never going to win. I mean, it was the same with fucking when Watsy first came out, Helldivers 2.
Oh, they bullied those devs into the ground.
Yeah, it took too long for updates on that game.
Yeah.
And I feel like Helldivers, it had such a strong launch, Helldivers 2 that is, and they took too long to do updates, and then their first couple of updates, they nerfed a ton of shit, and people really didn't like it because it felt like the game wasn't unfair, but really tough in a rewarding enough way.
Because we played the first couple of weeks, we were
playing a fair bit, and
we were doing the robot missions and everything, and like it was difficult, but it was survivable.
Mavalon Creek.
Yeah, and then you'd have like these shotguns. It's like, oh, this is the only. It felt like, okay, this weapon's the only one that really works with these guys. Not really well, and then they
changed all the meta, and like the second you drop, it's just like, oh, some robot sniped me from half the map away. I'm just instantly dead. It's like, this isn't fun.
No,
like,
this is like,
I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah, it wasn't even that. Just it felt like, why was it unnecessarily punishing you? And to the point where I was like, it wasn't fun. And I put the game down. I haven't properly touched it much since.
They needed to do the Illuminate in the first like 6 months or so of that game, because once all the changes happened, people were like, we want another enemy type. You're like, awesome. What was it, like 18 months after the game came out that they finally added another enemy type?
Yeah, the third faction.
And now there's
or the fourth faction too.
Yeah, I don't know what there are now, but every time, I think Brandon still plays it a fair bit. But
I've still got it installed. I've still dropped into it every now and then. But I mean, the last big thing I sort of grinded on it was the ODST pack. When that came out.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't really. I'd like to go back and do some stuff with that, but I can't see anything that really is appealing anymore.
No.
The Illuminate missions were definitely a game mode. Like, it was completely different, and like you're in the cities and there's buildings doing all this and that and whatever. I'm sure they've added a bunch of new weapons and all the rest of it now that there's way too much choice, but
taking the fight to the Terminids and like doing all the tunnel missions and the cave missions and everything was interesting, but it's just, that game lacks staying power for me. I can enjoy it for about a week, and then I'm just like, I need something new.
Don't get me wrong, Helldivers 2 is a great game, and the fun I've had with it was really good, but doesn't have anything that grabs me to want to play it. Like, and I don't know. I don't know what was Arrowhead that makes it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what they can do to...
Another PlayStation studio.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they had all that whole thing with the...
the login drama, yeah.
Had to have an account, a Sony account, that also fucked their entire player base.
Yeah, there's still certain countries that like they bought the game and can't log into it. To my knowledge, still can't log into it.
Such a good launch. They were like the bloody Challenger. Really good launch, and then fucking blew up straight away. This is left field. I was just thinking about this other day. Is there any fucking point of a Google Chromebook or just a Chromebook?
Paperweight.
Doorstop.
I've been thinking this last few weeks or so because I keep seeing Chromebooks in shops, and I still cannot rack my head around who they are for. Who would use a Chromebook?
We should buy one and do a video and stress test it.
I literally just threw out 2 of them. They're garbage. They're lightweight trash that's just like, hey, this is here for, you want to do stuff online? Here it is.
If anyone wants to write in the comments if they have a Chromebook, what they use it for and what their justification. I mean, I'm not trying to grill you, but why you got a Chromebook over like a tablet?
A $300 5-year-old Samsung tablet has more power than
something that's got a tablet that will probably be cheaper or more portable, or not just a computer, because there's so many things you can't do on a Chromebook that you can on a computer, and most people think they are computers. It just still boggles my mind that Chromebooks are still being pushed for so long. It's been like a decade since they've been like a thing.
Remember we went, I don't remember where we went, but we saw that they had like gaming Chromebooks or something.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
There's
built
like,
for cloud gaming.
yeah, cloud gaming.
Slightly better screen and battery life or something, but there was no extra power in any of them.
That has a slightly better processor, yeah, like you said, but it's like, we don't have the infrastructure for it here. So it's not for us. And I doubt anywhere else is really like, hey, this is worth the, how much was it? It was like $800 or something?
No, it was like 1,200. It was like
oh,
11. It was
fuck
like,
off. It's no.
but at that point, just buy a fucking, go a couple $100 more and get a
Excuse me.
iPad 13-inch and use whatever cloud streaming service you want there and just play games off that.
Install the cloud thing to your phone, grab a controller and just wirelessly stream it to your TV.
Oh, there's going to be so much latency there. Let me put
It's still going to be
latency on
better
top.
than a Chromebook.
Oh, I don't know about that, but the last few weeks, I just keep seeing Chromebooks like being sold and advertised, and I'm like, what? Who's the market for them? I'm really struggling to find one because it always seems like there's a better alternative.
It's not for students. It's not for work. It's
A lot
not
of schools don't like them. So, you can't do any Microsoft Suite stuff unless it's online.
You can't install any.
Because it's an app store rather than an actual like.
It's a Google Play Store.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't install any IT server maintenance infrastructure stuff onto it for like, hey, we need all of this on here so you can log into the network and be, you wanting it at work. You need all this stuff so that the network will recognize it and allow you to connect. Can't install any of that to it, so it's useless.
I could only really see them being useful for like a company where everyone needs like a very basic machine and it's just all uniform and you could all have them do the same thing where it's okay, it's a bit more
if it's
not reliable, but like enough where it's one model
Consistent.
and they can have an IT person that knows how to fix this one thing instead of everyone having random tablets.
So those
and
black
shit like
Lenovo
that.
ThinkPads with the red cursor dot in the middle.
Yeah. Don't I know what you're
I
gonna say.
know.
I was just on Twitter while we were talking, looking up stuff about Chromebooks, and I did see there is some FromSoft rumors. There's apparently a new game in the works. It's more like a Dark Souls, like gameplay-esque, but it said it is like a drowned pirate, and it looks like it's going to be like a same idea, but like you're fighting like sea creatures and stuff. Which look kind of cool.
Interesting.
You found that while looking up Chromebooks.
Yeah, I follow a lot of things gaming
Fair
on
enough.
Twitter.
Yeah.
On
Thank
that,
you very
like
much.
using it for like a single business thing, I can understand people grabbing it for, hey, I just need to log into a web portal. Everything's done through that web portal. It would work for that.
Yeah, truck drivers
But-
doing reports and stuff when they're on the
Yeah.
road, it would work perfectly.
But that's it's not so much a niche sort of area, but it's,
You can also do it on your phone.
yeah. You can also do it
Yeah,
on
not-
any other laptop.
Not everyone wants that though, so I sort of get that if they want something that type of form factor. It just seems like it's
We've said this
too much money
we've
being
said
put
this
into it.
so many times. Just get an iPad.
no, iPads are so fucking good for what they are.
Yeah, I get the only thing about Chromebooks now that would be appealing is that now that basic like Windows computers are like the cheap ones are now $800 for like an i3. A Chromebook saying oh it's $249. That's not a bad price point.
Yeah, but that's people looking at the price point before the performance.
Yeah, but
People
we're in
are
a
stupid.
financial
Yes, I
crisis
know.
here, Brock.
I
Yeah.
get that, but it's like,
I feel bad
Convenience.
for I feel bad for parents these days having to buy laptops for kids going to school.
Oh yeah,
It's not just a few books and some laminating paper anymore. Like,
give me the contact paper and some
yeah,
cool comics.
That's what I mean. Like it costs a bomb. Like having to have that, and then also the computers have gone up through the roof in price recently. Like it's like Ben said, an i3 processor with like 256 gigabyte of storage and maybe 8 gigabyte RAM. You're looking like 850 for like a decent one. There's cheaper ones, but they're probably pretty how you're going.
I had a lady once who had kids that were 2 years apart. So every second year at school, they had someone going into year 3, year 5, year 7, and then year 9, all requiring a brand new laptop that was a little bit more powerful than the last year. And because obviously the kids were spaced out, the requirements the year 9 student had in year 7 were completely different to now what the year 7 kids. So she couldn't hand any of the laptops down. She's like, I need to buy 4 laptops and I need from shit to half decent because they need to last these children.
Yeah.
And it's like she's dropping 4-5 grand on a laptop that maybe will last 18 months if the kid looks after it.
That's why, because, sorry to cut you off, but that's why, because of these prices getting so excessive, that's why the MacBook Neo has been through the fucking
you're going
roof.
to say what I was going to say. Yeah. Now that schools are accepting more and more Mac OS based systems, That's the way to go, honestly.
MacBook Neos have been selling out like crazy. They have not stopped. They have not slowed down. I reckon. So coming up, I mean, I'll probably eat my words with this, but coming up is WWDC, which is Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. I think they're going to announce a new Mac Mini, which will be an M5 Mac Mini. I would not be surprised if they release, maybe not this year, but in the upcoming years, a Mac Mini Neo, which will be a MacBook Neo, but in the Mac Mini chassis, probably even thinner. I think a great idea would be if Apple develops like a Apple TV / Mac Mini Neo-esque thing, a $600 machine, $600 Australian, so maybe like $300, $350, $400 American, where it is a little box that is your TV streamer box, but you've got obviously a button or a mode where it goes from being your streamer box to a little TV computer.
Yeah, just a little
Where
desktop thing.
that's just plugged into your TV, so it's got multi-use. It's got this basic chip. The Apple TV at the moment already has an iPhone chip in it. It's an older one, but if you did that and had it so you can just hook up a keyboard and mouse and use it as a very basic computer, I don't think you'd be able to have them on shelves. They would sell out so fucking quick. I would buy one right now for the set here.
Yeah.
It would do what the Surface... We've got a Surface Pro hooked up.
Garbage.
Actually, no, it's not a Surface Pro. It's a Surface Studio from like 2 or 3 years ago. It at the time was a $3,600 machine.
Yeah, no, yeah, it would have been about that.
We got an insane price for it. It is a fucking piece of shit compared to like a MacBook Neo.
Tom literally before every recording spends like on average about 20 minutes just trying to set up the screen so that we can we have all of the stuff that you would see on the recording as well as our little notepad screen at the top with our topics and everything. The amount of times that you've just turned it on and it's like we get the big screen, the little screen's nowhere to be found.
Auto goes back to 60 hertz and doesn't want to work properly. Mouse doesn't track. It's a nightmare.
It'll go to 30 hertz and it's like...
It's Windows. Again,
Yeah.
it's Windows just being shit.
And if I had... I don't really want to fork out the money for a Mac Mini just for this setup, but I know in every aspect, everything will be quicker and better.
Yeah.
Literally.
AirPlay straight to it.
AirPlay to it. Yeah, exactly. Like...
Should go to CEX, see if they've got one.
I'm sure they'd have a couple.
That's not a fucking bad idea.
It doesn't need to be good. It just needs to work. And to work better than what's in that, I don't think there's going to be a problem.
Actually, you know what? I think
the prices they'll be asking, no.
I think I'll be waiting till there's a Mac Mini 5 and try and get a 4 cheap because there's still the M2 Mac Mini, but it's the old chassis, like the longer one.
Yeah.
Bigger. It's still small and be plenty small, but like that M4 one's so fucking small. It's so good. But enough Apple because we suck Apple's dick enough, even though we are... I'm Apple cucked, but you two
Neither
very
of
much.
us have Apple products.
Yeah.
I do.
And I was...
I've had many
you've got
Apple
Pro.
products.
I have a iPhone, iPad 3, I think, somewhere.
Bin it.
I was super anti-Apple for a long time, and then
I've got an Infinity Blade on it. I'm not getting rid of that.
I just couldn't afford Apple when I needed a new
Yeah,
iPhone.
no. I was anti-Apple, but you know what changed me? Actually using their products.
Yeah.
I was so anti-Apple. I've said this before.
I still am for a lot of stuff, but when someone walks in and is like, I need a device for school, I don't want to spend more than $800 and I need XYZ to work on it, I'm going to point them straight towards Apple.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go, well, cool, here's our $800 laptops that you'll be replacing in 6 months.
Exactly.
It's, come over here. Here's an Apple product. It's not going to be the MacBook Air because they're still, over $1,000 or something?
$1,800.
Yeah. Here's an iPad with a keyboard
or
thing you
something
can
like that,
attach
yeah.
to it. It's all under $1,000. Everything's going to work on it. There might be some teething problems, but guess what? You will, in 6 years, you might still be using it because it's still going to be perfectly viable.
Yeah. I reckon if we got like a little Mac Mini or something in your hands, you would fall in love.
Without a doubt,
you would not be Apple cucked. You would still be how you are, but I think you'd be a lot more like, oh, actually, I'll think about this. I'll think about maybe I will get an iPhone or maybe I will get an iPad.
I mean, I've had an iPhone before and it was perfectly good. It's just,
I think in
I
the last...
prefer having more control over the background stuff.
I think a lot of the stuff that... It was definitely like that, and the selling points for Android back in the day, a lot of that stuff you can do now.
Yeah.
Emulation was always the biggest thing. That was everyone. Goes,
Yeah.
You're an iPhone. You can't play this. It's like, yeah. How often are you playing Pokemon Emerald on the way to school?
You can
It's
now,
cool.
though.
It's cool to have
You
it on
can now.
there.
Not everything, but you can now. Another thing we want to talk about is, so a game recently came out called Mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
So Mixtape is essentially, what's the type of game? It's basically just like a story.
It's a narrative-based.
Yeah, narrative-based story game.
It's a coming of age drama.
Yeah, I'm talking about more the game, more
The
if you
genre.
could call it gameplay, the genre. Yeah.
Yeah, Life is Strange and not quite South of Midnight. That has far more gameplay in it. The closest thing is going to be Life is Strange.
Life is
honestly.
Strange. Yeah, and yeah, it's a coming of age story, and it's about what.
3 teens trying to get down to the beach and with alcohol, basically.
Or something like yeah.
That's
And-
this. I'll be fully open about this. I've only watched the trailer. I have not played the game.
Yep.
I have not watched anyone else play the game. This is everything that I've just gotten from watching the trailer and watching 2 people review it, essentially, without any gameplay.
So it came out recently, and it is getting amazing reviews. It is getting so many 10s, 9.5s. I think IGN gave it a 10.
Yeah.
And people online are starting to think that maybe the reviews were bought off. Everything I've heard, it does seem like it is very much one of those indie-esque games where it hits that one niche of like, oh, look how good it is and different. And it's just fully narrative, and it does get a lot more props for that than I think a lot of times it deserved. Everything I've heard, it's amazing story though. I've also heard it only goes for 3 hours. And this is the tinfoil hat conspiracy, is that people think that Mixtape is getting a lot of 9s, 10s because they're all paid off by the owner of the studio, who is a billionaire.
Yeah. What's the name of the studio again?
Oh, I forget the
I
fucking
had
name.
it up earlier. Let's have a look.
Let me see if I've got it on. No, this is a different thing.
Developed by Beethoven and Dinosaur and published by Animuna Interactive.
Yeah. I mean, like,
A company that no one's probably heard of before.
yes. So, but the thing is, it seems like there's a lot of people online who are your usual suspects of people who maybe got a bit more of a solid opinion, maybe not as clouded, and they're playing this game and like, hey, it was fun. It was a nice little thing. This is not a 10.
Yeah.
This is not a 10 at all. And there's a couple things that they're using as examples, is that apparently there is basically no gameplay in this game. You can just leave the control there. It's almost like it's a
Yeah.
movie more than anything.
One of the reviews that I was looking through, I was looking through it just before we started recording, was saying that like the gameplay consists of basically pushing one button.
Yep.
And you can get to the end of the game and get the best ending without even needing to push that button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a game for me. That's a
No.
movie.
I think there's only one ending. I was looking at people talking about like if it had multiple. I don't know if there's big choices in or whatever, but I just had a look at the development stuff on Wikipedia. Melbourne-based studio.
Yeah, it's Australian. I forgot about that.
The director of the game used to be in a band, Galvanizers, I think it was called. Yeah, Galvatron, and he made a band and whatever. The premise behind why he decided to do the game was he made a mixtape of songs he liked and see if he could make a story out of it.
Oh,
So
interesting.
the big set piece, I guess, the movie of the game, pretty much is a movie, is the music that plays through it is all licensed music.
Do we know what tracks they are? Because if the tracks for this game Mixtape are good, who knows? I might jump
they
on.
probably are very good, but I would hope the game can stand on its own, that it's not carried by the soundtrack. I mean,
the game is called Mixtape.
I'm well aware.
I'll have a look and see if I can find it. There we go. I'll let you read through this because you're the music man.
I'm the music man. Okay, where are we looking at?
I think it's Game Rant. There should be a list down there. I know Smashing Pumpkins, one of their songs is in it.
There's 28. 28. There are 28 songs on the soundtrack, and each one accompanying a particular chapter, memory, or moment in the game. This is for Mixtape. So we've got Atmosphere by Joy Division. That's Good by Devo. Plain Song by The Cure. Just Like Honey, The Jesus and Mary Chain. I've never heard of that band before. Monochrome by Lush. Have you seen her, the Chi Lights? Remember When by Mitch Murder. That's strange having Mitch Murder on there. Shout out to Mitch Murder. State of the Heart by Mondo Rock. That's a very deep Australian cut. State of the Heart. So people overseas are going to be like, what the fuck is that?
I think the director was, I think he was like born Central Coast area.
Oh, shout out to Central Coast.
Yeah.
I did very little research, so this is just whatever
The
I saw
Touch,
on Wikipedia quickly.
Stan Bush. Most of all, BJ Thomas. Roads by Portishead. Freak by Silverchair. Shout out to Silverchair. We are in the Newcastle area, so shout out to Silverchair. I'm also from originally the Central Coast, so shout out to the guy who made the game. Love by the Smashing Pumpkins. Candy by Iggy Pop. Galaxy Interior, Alice Coltrane. Don't know that one. More Than This, Roxy Music. Again, a bit of an Aussie cut. Spellbound by I don't know how to pronounce that. Sizuex and the Banshees. I'm probably butchering this so bad. Sensitive to Light by Rainbow. Shout out to Rainbow. Bit of Dio. Witchy Tie 2, Harper Bazaar. I don't know that. Yesterday's Hero, John Paul Young. Shine, David Gray. Dare, Stan Bush. Drunk Flamingo, Abrahams and Mole. Powder by All Clear. Airwalker, Burton Dolby. Deep Space Scan, Curtis Dunn. Zebra Crossing, The Eye Gouges. And Moon Unit, Wooden Sword. I think that's it.
I was going to say, that sounds like a whole lot more than 28 songs.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 28, but very strange list because there's a couple of deep, in Mixtape, a couple of semi-deep cut Australian songs. But it's a very strange list. I mean, it's definitely a mixtape.
Which I guess that if that's the intention was put random songs together that he likes and see if he can make a story about it. If it works. I mean, everyone I've heard and looked at reviews and stuff have said the story's great. It's just that
it shouldn't
if
be
you're paying for a game, you want to kind of experience that. Like, yeah, you could probably release this as a short film and send it off to wherever else.
Well, let me see.
The Cannes Film Festival, yeah.
Well,
Cans.
We'll have a look and see if how much it is. Yeah. So Mixtape, because it's on, I'm assuming it's on Steam. It's $26.55, so it's not super expensive.
I mean, $26.55 at the moment.
It just came out as well.
Yeah,
well, it was like $3 cheaper or something. It's definitely got like a bit of a unique art style. It looks kind of cool, but very strange. I still can't get over the fact that there's fucking Mondo Rock in this game. Yeah, so look, here we go. The 10 out of 10s. IGN gave Mixtape a 10 out of 10. Dual Shockers gave it a 10 out of 10. What's another big one on there? Insider Gaming, 10 out of 10.
GameSpot. 9 out of 10 for GameSpot.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 for GameSpot. I mean, there's a couple of other people on there that I don't really know of, but there's a lot of 10s there.
Isn't Screen Hub like a movie review critic sort of thing? Which maybe would make sense.
User Potion gave it a 10. Never heard of you.
Oh, yeah. It is a cool art
Is this game set in Australia?
I honestly don't know. To appeal to a wider audience, I'd probably say no.
But it's very, I'm sorry, there is no kids who are fucking late teens in America listening to fucking Roxy Music or Mondo Rock. Fuck off.
I don't think it's set in current day. I have a feeling it might be set in.
I'm sorry, those bands did not leave Australian shores.
Actually, scroll down.
Yeah.
Back to that GIF there.
This one?
Nope, the one above it. I'm just looking at the TV that she's got next to her. It's a big CRT. So
yeah, it's like the 90s or something.
Yeah,
but still,
that was very clear that it wasn't set today.
Yeah. I mean, the songs.
It's
called
not
Mixtape.
a single iPhone in any of those.
Who the fuck makes a mixtape anymore?
Hey babe, here's my Spotify playlist.
Yeah, exactly.
112 hours of music ready for you.
Yeah, I mean, I might watch someone play Mixtape. I don't know if I'm going to play it myself. If I want to listen to Mondo Rock, I will look in my dad's record collection. That's still. I don't know why. That's just such a weird choice. It's a good song.
I did some more research. He used to host a radio show in the Central Coast. I mean, he's probably got quite a wide range of music knowledge. And yeah, it's like, they cite their influences as half of the bands mentioned in all those songs. So
Interesting. Very interesting. I might have listened to his show back in the day. Who
if
knows?
we can speed, because what's the Steam refund policy?
It's 2 hours generally.
2 hours or within 2 weeks.
Well, that reviewer I saw on Twitter said she did it in 2 hours 40. If we can speed run it, we can get a concise review and see if we can get it and return it in the 2 hour period.
I don't think that's happening.
Probably not.
We could
no.
It
try.
won't take us 2 hours to think whether we like this game or not.
That's not the purpose of that, Brock.
We could have a go. I
I mean, if you don't play this, there's no gameplay to play. It's just however long the movie goes for.
Shout out to a fellow coastie. I think that's probably the biggest claim to fame besides Usain Bolt playing for the Mariners for like 10 seconds, and also Matthew McConaughey did like overseas stay on the coast or whatever for like a couple of weeks when he was like a teenager. That's it.
Yeah, there's not too much going on down there, is there?
Yeah, it's between here and Sydney.
Yes, that is the geography of that location.
Yeah, good beaches.
Can we get you to play Mixtape?
I'll have a look. Yeah.
The problem is we can't even record it or do anything because it's full of copyright music.
Which is an odd choice.
I can just do covers of them all.
I was about to say, we'll just get Tom to sing over all of them.
That'd be a good video.
Body and soul, I'm a freak.
See if it still has the same emotional impact.
We might be able to even go find Daniel Johns and get him to do a cover of Body of Freak.
Does he still live in Newcastle?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's kind of good.
I've seen him walk around before. He's off his head, but like, have you seen Daniel Johns these days? I don't blame him. He got thrust into the limelight very young.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him around. I remember Dad used to point him out if we were ever driving past, but like,
for people who don't know, Daniel Johns is the lead singer of Silverchair. So this is Daniel Johns these days. He got I think he got arrested for drunk driving or something a while ago. But I think Silverchair, to my knowledge, is like one of the biggest bands for such young people.
yeah.
They were 14 when they got signed or something, or when they had
Mum had all of their CDs. It's just
they were fucking massive. And the thing is their sound changed so much. You listen to fucking Frog Stomp and then you listen to fucking Neon Ballroom. It's very different albums.
Yeah.
But very, very, very good. So shout out to Silverchair. If they're ever successful, it's because of that shout out, even though they have been broken up for like 12 years.
That's a crazy ride. 14 to just like, okay, we've made enough money now. We're done.
There's videos of them playing at like in Times Square or something, or on the top of the big theater in New York where like they have like Tonight Show or whatever, or Saturday Night Live.
I don't remember.
I don't know, but they're like fucking 16, 17, or like at like Woodstock 99, or like I don't know if it was Woodstock 99, but big shows, and they're like 18, 19, and they've had 3 albums by that point.
Which, I mean, isn't that much in like nowadays. Because I mean, how old was Justin Bieber when he just
He was
skyrocketed?
16.
16. Okay, I thought he was younger.
I think he was 16 or something like that. But as well, Justin Bieber got affected by fame being so young.
Big time.
But I think it's a bit harder when he was also like the pop, like the innocent sort of boy, like, oh, I just want to be you, I want you to be my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah.
Very much a sort of Disney-fied sort of scope
honestly,
to it, yeah.
But then from the get-go, Silverchair, like those 3, it was grunge.
Yes.
It was like, oh, people were saying that this is the next Nirvana. Like,
very different vibe.
yeah, very, very different. Oh my God, I'm forgetting their main song Tomorrow. Yeah, like, you listen to that song, it's like, of course they're going to be thrown in like rough concerts, and then there's going to be a lot of drugs, alcohol stuff around. Not that there probably wasn't for Justin Bieber.
No.
I just remember that video of him telling the joke about the chainsaw.
He definitely had some interviews, that's for sure.
Yep. I just remember him getting egged on stage in Australia, like some kid. You remember that?
Vaguely.
So I think
Is there a video?
late teens or something, Justin Bieber was doing some concerts in Australia, and some guy broke into his concert, and I think he got on, I could be completely wrong, but he got on like all the trusts above the stage and started pegging eggs at him mid-show or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
But-
They probably weren't looking for a grown man, being like, oh, he's going to
I
climb
don't
over
even know
a
if it
tree.
was a grown man. I think it was like, it might have been another kid in his teens or something, but whatever. Another thing that came out, news this week, is that StarFox is getting a remake.
Yeah,
Again.
yeah.
They've
When did it get a remake?
It's a remake of the 64 version, I believe,
Okay, yeah.
which was already a.
It wasn't a
I
remake,
never
it was a
played
sequel. I think it was just a sequel.
No, it was a redo of the SNES version. I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't think so.
It was.
I'm pretty sure it's just the next game in the series.
Well, the big contention with StarFox is that he do look like that. He's
Yeah, so fuck off.
They've changed how he looks. Yeah.
It's definitely a creative choice. They've given him a more realistic sort of, I wouldn't say middle-aged man, but like you've got a bit of gruff about him.
I'm not against it, but it also does look weird.
Yeah,
I mean, you still think of Fox in his shit form from like the N64.
Yeah.
Like I don't think of what Star Fox Adventures or like even the Mario movie. The Mario movie one actually wasn't too bad.
Which I think the big, if they had not done, if he wasn't in the Mario movie and then they brought this version out, I think people would be like, yeah, okay, that's a cool choice. But I
Yeah.
think they cooked unbelievably hard with the Mario Galaxy movie version that everyone's like, that's what you should do.
Yes.
Because it looks current. I think it would work well with like the Mario Zelda-esque stuff that they're going with their mainline
Yeah.
titles. I don't know. People aren't happy with it. Some people are.
I'm going to be completely honest. I never saw any appeal to Star Fox. I've played it. I didn't think it was that fun.
No.
Back then.
I tried to play the original games. Sorry, I'm trying to also find like what
I don't think it is.
it's yeah.
How about I look because I
You
can
do
find
that, sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
I really liked the Star Fox Adventures on GameCube, but that was one where everything, well, they did have some ship fight sections, but pretty much everything was on foot. It
Wasn't supposed to be a Star Fox
No,
game
it
and they
was
got
not.
told to slap
was supposed
that
to
on.
be like, was it Dinosaur Adventure or Dinosaur Island or something?
I don't remember.
I still really liked the game. I think it's one of the better looking GameCube games as well. And then you had Star Fox Assault on the, I don't know if that was GameCube as well or if that was
a
on the
Wii
Wii.
U. No, because I think, I don't know. But
No,
there was
no.
one on the Wii U that people hated.
Yeah,
I have it
that
here.
wasn't
It's,
Star Fox Assault. That was Lilac. Wasn't Lilac Wars? It was
I don't know. I just know it was on Wii U.
Yeah, well,
it was
the original Star Fox was out 93,
Yes.
and then Star Fox 64
It was a few
is
years
the
later.
second installment and a reboot of the original game. And then there's Star Fox 64 3D in 2011 for...
Oh, that'd be for just the 3DS.
Yes, it was the 3DS. And then obviously they've now got Zero Guard on the other ones and then Star Fox again for the reboot of 64.
Well, one thing... So, I mean, when Star Fox originally came out, and I think the reason that this is a series is just because it was the main game that people think of on the SNES when it comes to graphics, because it had the Super FX chip in it, which had the very, very rudimentary 3D graphics, which was, at the time, fucking massive, revolutionary. I don't know if there was anything, 93, anything even close to that could do that power or look 3D like Star Fox did. The thing from there is like, I've played those games. I played 64. I think I played a bit of that Wii U one. Star Fox to me at least is boring. I'm not saying it's boring for everyone because it's a series. There's obviously
enough people buying it and playing it to keep it going. Yeah,
but
and it's more than just like pure nostalgia.
The most fun I've ever had with Star Fox, and one of the coolest things ever done in gaming, was when the SNES Classic came out. They put Star Fox 2 on there, which was never released. They finished the game. I think it was like 95% done or something like that. They finished the game and they put it on that, and that was the first release of Star Fox 2. Came out like 20 years after that game was supposed to come out. And that was the most fun I ever had. And I think it was more because it was like, this is a piece of gaming history, and but it did look a little bit more polished, and it was fun, and it was a great little romp.
Just on, like, I mean, I haven't watched the announcement trailer or anything. Like, all I've seen for it is this splash screen that we got up at the moment. The thing I've seen most people complaining about is how Falco looks. The amount of people going, It's in his name. He's supposed to be a falcon. Why have you given him like a beak that's not a falcon beak, blah, blah, blah. It's like, he's not supposed to be a falcon. He's supposed to be a pheasant. He's just called Falco.
You know too much lore.
I did not know this until recently because I saw someone rebutting everyone going like, oh, they've screwed up like what they all look like. Falco doesn't even look like a falcon. And it was like, he was never supposed to be a falcon. It's just that's what the direction they went with after a couple of games because of his name. But the original creator has said like he drew inspiration from Japanese pheasants for the actual design of him.
Can you pull up the Super Mario movie version of StarFox? Because I haven't watched the new, was it Mario Galaxy movie?
Yeah.
I want to see how it kind of compares because
I think he looks more like he does in Super Smash Brothers.
Haven't played Super Smash Brothers.
You haven't played any of them in the last 20 years?
Like maybe twice.
Because he looks basically the same.
Yeah, they're all fucking coming up small. But
Yeah,
it looks
that'll
like,
do.
Yeah.
That I think would be a better choice because it's still like I saw a few people. I was looking at this like StarFox Reddit prior to us doing this. People are annoyed that they like in here in the Mario Galaxy movie, he's got the boots on.
Mm.
If you look at the other photo of like the game release, what they released for all the concept art, not that you can see it in that photo there.
Oh, has he got paws? He doesn't wear boots?
Technically, they're boots, but they conform to the size of his
They're
paws.
boots.
So they're like real skinny and get slender right towards the bottom.
Oh.
So the first thing I saw was like
That's
fixed
the
it.
opposite of the jeans I was talking to you about
Yes.
yesterday.
Yes.
I'll
Why
talk
are you
to
looking
you
up jeans?
no, we won't. I'll talk to you later.
That would
Yeah.
possibly dox us. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no interest in playing it. I don't
Yeah.
think they've shown any gameplay or anything of it yet. But
Who knows? They might do something crazy and it looks cool. I mean, this looks like photorealistic enough that they might do like cool gameplay with it or make it super cartoony. I don't know.
Isn't the gameplay like, oh, you're in the ship doing the thing and then the text boxes look cool and they come up and you can see the little picture moving around?
Yeah.
That'll look really cool.
The aesthetic of Star Fox always seemed cool. It's just, to me, it's basically just an on-rail shooter.
The gameplay was not enough to keep you invested. No.
If they did like a sort of Ratchet and Clank-esque platformer with the rail shooting, with a character
that's
look
what I
like
was about
that.
to say. If you go back to the previous photo of like how Star Fox looked in the movie,
That one
I
there.
was just thinking that particular style is one you could drop into Ratchet and Clank and look fine. You could drop that into Crash Bandicoot and it would look fine. That, I think, is a far more, I mean, I'm going to say appealing sort of like...
That's a good Switch 2 title.
Yeah.
I don't mind this too much. They look a lot more like the animal they're supposed to be, and I think that's probably what people are getting annoyed about. It's not as...
Yeah. Which, I mean, if they're going to do that same style where it's in the corner and they're talking to each other over the comms, having a nice character that recognizable, smaller, it'll look good. Again, depends on
But
what
really, with the Star Fox stuff, what are the furries saying? Are they liking it? Are they hating it?
Brock, what are your thoughts?
I do not want to know what they're saying.
It's a good thing. I'm going to search that on Twitter.
Yes, let's have that in your history, not mine.
Oh,
I'm
God.
signed into your account. Do
I
the
don't have Twitter.
furries like... Sorry, X.
Well, speaking
Oh,
of Star Fox is a Nintendo property, and you know what other things Nintendo are doing at the moment?
Yeah.
Nintendo
they're-
is raising the price of the Switch too.
They sure are. We're going from, for the base console, we're going from $699 to $769.
Yep.
I believe all of the bundle packs are going up as well. They're going from $769 up to, I don't know how much. I know, I mean, I said this to, I was about to call you Zach then. You're definitely not
I'm
Zach.
not Zach.
I said this to Tom just before we started recording. New Zealand's getting absolutely railed by this new pricing. They're going from $799 for the base console to $900 and I think it might be $969 as well. I will find
Fucking
the actual
hell.
price of it.
That's ridiculous. While you look up that, I did do a quick Google search. The top thing pulled results from whatever the Google AI thing is. Yes, the furry community does in fact like and embrace Star Fox due to its
Of course
cast
they
of
do.
anthropomorphic animal characters and identified it as a lightning rod for furry activity.
What a surprise.
Yep. So, yeah, Brock, you've got some new friends.
New Zealand is selling it for $969. Yes. Sorry, $969.95.
And that's
Yeah. As
the
I
Switch
said,
2 is a harder sell now. Like
It sure is.
there's not much.
There wasn't much going for it before the
How
price went
how
up.
often do you play yours, Brock? Realistically,
I was playing mine just before we started recording.
that's not what I'm asking you. How often are you playing it?
A couple of times a week.
How long?
Like what
Depends
what
what
are
I'm
you
playing.
playing on it though?
At the moment, I'm still bouncing back and forth between Pragmata, Pokemon ZA.
Forgot
and
that game existed.
I'm still playing. Like I'm playing the stuff I was playing on the original Switch on it. Like I'm
But
playing.
there's at the moment there's only a couple things that you only need the Switch for.
Yes.
So you could
Yes.
you could have played Pragmata on PC and you would
I
have run
really,
well.
I really could have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted it on the go because I was quite impressed by how good it looked on the Switch 2 as well.
It finally seems like there's a couple of games coming to Switch 2 that are really making it, oh, that could be cool. But then a lot of them also on the old consoles. I mean, like Pokemon was on old gen as well, wasn't it? Or no, it wasn't.
Pocopia is only on Switch 2.
Yeah, I'm talking ZA.
Oh, ZA, yes.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
it's
play
on-
on the
so-
original one, yes.
Pocopia's on the new one. Tomodachi Life's on both.
No.
I thought it was on both.
No, Tomodachi Life is it doesn't have a specific Switch 2 release. It's the Switch 1 game. You just have faster load times on the Switch 2.
Okay, so
and it hasn't
It's the same game.
It is the exact same game.
all right then. Well, I thought there was probably a bit more reason to buy the Switch 2, but there really isn't. It's really
No.
just Pocopia. That's like or Pocopia or
The
like,
Pokemon game.
Yeah, that seems like it's the only thing that
Is exclusive
besides
to
Donkey Kong. And like no one's buying it for fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah, as I said last time we talked about this,
Oh no, Metroid's on Switch 1 as well, isn't it?
it is, yes.
There's a lot of, like, this is what I was saying
Man.
before we recorded. It seems like the Switch 2 is just getting port-in games that were made on
Oh,
other consoles going
seems as-
straight to the Switch 2 because there
It's-
isn't any games getting made for it.
A lot of the games coming out for it are ones that were on the original Switch or are also coming out on the original Switch, and they're just getting enhancements on it. It's basically the same thing for like, why would I buy the PS5 Pro when I can play all the stuff on it on the original one? I'm not going to buy a PS5 Pro when I've already got a PS5 just for those extra enhancements. There's no reason for me to drop that much on it.
Correct, but there's also 6 billion games for the PS5 and the PS4. The Switch 2 has 6 exclusives at the moment. Maybe 6 exclusives.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're going to go, I'm going to drop this console because I really want to play Mario Kart World, I wouldn't say that's worth the money.
But that's my point though. Like getting the Switch 2 just because you want the exclusives. There's a couple that you can only play on that. It's in my line of thinking, it's the same thing for the people who are like, I need the PlayStation Pro. I need the PS5 Pro just because I want to play the games that are exclusive to it. There's no,
Yeah, but all the games are work between all of them. That's the thing. The exclusivity is like, oh, you might get higher frame rate or like you get the VRR or whatever it is. It's not just like you can play this game specifically on the PS5 Pro or the PS5. It's you can play all of them on the PS5. You get the better versions on the Pro.
yeah.
The Switch, you can only play those games on that console. Stupid.
It is. And I mean, like, as Tom said, this price increase is going to make it way more of a difficult choice for people to go, yep, I'm willing to shell out that much for the handful of games that I can only play on that. And I mean, I know people are going to be shelling, oh, but you can play Cyberpunk and on these, you can play you can play all the Yakuza games.
Yeah.
Like, they're all available on other consoles, and they've all been available on other consoles for the last, when did the Yakuza series come out? Like, what was the
first game?
well, not
like
the first
2005 or
yeah,
something?
I know they've like re-released them again for this, and Cyberpunk's been out for what, 6 years now?
6 years.
Yeah,
2020 it came out. The Switch 2, it seems like it's a really cool portable option for gaming now, and it seems like there's a lot more AAA and games that people who are a bit more into modern gaming and not just a Nintendo fan, reason to buy it if you want stuff on the go.
There's also a lot more options out now for portable gaming than there was when the Switch 1 came out. Like, you got all the ROGs, you got all this, you got that.
True, I think
got
it's
the
going to be
Thors.
a better machine for all that. It's way more polished.
Yes.
And it's cool that you've got that there, but yeah, just the Nintendo first party stuff, which I think most people buy Nintendo consoles
for that, yes.
it's still lacking. I'm waiting, and I don't even know what's on the horizon.
No,
Is there anything big on the horizon? Are they,
look, that's
The
the
Yoshi
thing.
game.
I'm not really that excited about that. Like, they've hinted stuff, but a lot of it I've forgotten as well because they'll hint it and then there's no word about it for months.
the Switch,
Like-
I think the Switch survived so much on, or it had such a good impression in people's minds because of the first year and a half of its life cycle. Just Zelda and Mario alone
We're
pulled
huge
so
for it.
much weight.
And then you had like Animal Crossing right as COVID hit.
Yeah,
and it was
Animal
just like,
Crossing,
it's like, cool, we're inside. Let's build a house and do all
Those
that other
three
shit.
big hitters, like that's
Generational run. It's now 10 years later. You still need to make more games. You can't rely on nostalgia for those games.
Yeah, they're just updating the games that they already had, basically. Like, hey, look, it's a little bit better now.
Is that new Game Freak game that they're making
No.
coming to the Switch? Or is
I
that...
don't believe so.
oh,
no.
I know. Actually, I thought you said, is it out yet?
No, it wasn't out yet. One, I can't remember what it was called, but if it's coming to everything else, I think that'll be a good swing.
Yeah, I don't believe it's coming to Switch. Or I have a vague memory that the lead developer, like the actual lead developer, has said it's not a priority for us.
Yeah.
I could be misremembering that, but yeah, I don't think it's coming to the Switch 2 at all.
Well, this is what we were talking about this before as well. This is the first time that the all current gen consoles are higher than their launch price,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is fucking ridiculous.
I can't remember any. I mean, it probably happened, but I can't remember any consoles actually going up in price
No, most.
ever.
I mean,
they have made a slim version a couple years later, and it would be cheaper.
and
And there might be some
as
downgrades.
as it got on in age, they like dropped the price because they want to keep selling as many consoles as possible.
It's
25% increase on the standard PS5 to what is available now is ridiculous.
that is insane. That my launch PlayStation 5 was so much cheaper than what they are now.
$749 or
6
something?
years later, $749. I bought it for.
Day one EB Games, let's go.
Yeah, I got mine somewhere else. That it's scary. I mean, like, what's happening to gaming?
I mean,
Like, everything's getting so expensive. With
it is, and I mean that's not because of gaming. That's because of other stuff happening in the world.
Yeah, but we
Well, I
want a game
understand.
because
That's
of that
for-
other stuff is happening. We can't because it's too damn expensive.
Yes,
And
yeah, even just looking at replacing stuff as it breaks down is like
You just got to hope everything lasts a little bit longer now.
I tell you what, I really hope doesn't happen is that companies like Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo don't use the excuse of RAM prices, GPU prices going up as an excuse to keep their consoles expensive for a long time. Just like how a lot of companies made stuff expensive after 2020 and lockdown and COVID, saying, we can't get
It's
components,
shortages
shortages.
and the price
that
hasn't
went on
dropped.
for so long, and it's like, this is just bullshit now. You're using it as just a reason to price gouge. I hope that doesn't happen to consoles.
I think SD cards at the moment is the big one for that. It's like there was no reason for those to go up as high as they did.
it was just AI driving the
Yeah,
people
but
buying it for AI. That was it.
SD cards are literally doubling in price. A 1 terabyte micro SD card going from $299 to $629 overnight. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I still don't see how like they might be using them to fit something in with the AI side there. I get hard drives and stuff, but like those SD cards had no reason to go up. I think it's just
there would be reasons, but they've just they price gouge like crazy. I'm just lucky I bought a lot of stuff when I did, storage wise. When I did, I still could have done with a few more like CF Express Type A cards. I'll survive. Sony doesn't even fucking make them anymore. They can't. You know it's bad when there's massive manufacturers that can't even make them because of the costs going up too much. Do we think that, I don't know if AI is a bubble. I don't think it is. But do we think the AI boom is getting ready to drop?
I think the normal AI side of it, yes. The generative photo and video side of it, no. Because it's just quite literally every week, like whatever that nano banana crap is getting ridiculously really, really quick. It'll get to a point where it's like, okay, I've seen all the fake videos now, and then people will stop using it. But that's all short form content is just AI videos of random dogs.
Actually, now that you say that, going on a YouTube or TikTok or whatever feed, Instagram Reels, and scrolling through the videos, I think at least 50% of the content has got some sort of AI in it. Be that AI generated video, mostly AI voices.
Yeah.
Like, now that I think about that, it's a scary amount that has got that in it.
I love my fake AI Reddit stories.
Yes.
They're goated. And then there's never a part 2 or 3.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I love having comic books read to me when I didn't even want to read them in the first place.
I know I kind of rate those, so I don't really care.
I don't.
I like the comics, so.
I like the comics as well, but I will go and read them myself. I don't want some AI voice being like, and then the Green Lantern did this, and then there was this that happened.
No one's reading a Green Lantern.
What I'm getting is like, 'cause I always get movie clips or get like Law and Order or something, but now
It'll narrate over the top. Because I've had that a couple of times.
Yeah, well, as I say, it narrates. It used to have the narration over the top, and you would barely hear the actual show, and it'd be like usually like a Chinese song or something. But now what it's doing is they're playing the whole thing, unedited clip, but it has the narration super low volume underneath.
Yeah, but the
And it's
subtitles
like-
overlap with the
and it's like 3 seconds behind. I'm like, what the fuck? What? There's some sort of.
And the flipping as well, so that way they don't get copyrighted.
Yeah, I was
strikes.
there's I was about to say
the
there's
left to right
something.
thing, yeah.
There's something that they're putting that in there for, like to get around some type of block of being copyright claimed or like
the auto detection when it's like matching the actual sound wave. Yes.
It's fucking it up just enough. But
Tell you the AI videos I do like. It's like, oh, your dog's taking too long in the shower, and you walk in there, and then they're doing like the dancing cat and dog videos and stuff.
Yeah.
They're hectic.
oh god, yeah, it's going crazy.
It
In
sucks, but also they make some funny shit with AI. It's very funny.
Yeah, I just wish it wasn't so bad for the environment. In answer to your
Again, everything's bad for the environment. Everything's bad for you.
yes, I'm aware.
You can never win.
In answer to your earlier question, like, no, I don't think the bubble's ready to burst anywhere anytime soon. But I do think a couple of industries are starting to find it like, oh, we sunk way too much into this way too fast.
Yeah, they
and
thought it was the
we're
be-all,
not
end-all.
going to get as much out of it as we want. There are some industries starting to pull back on it and like go back to like, no, we need actual human oversight on this stuff.
Yep.
We can't rely on AI. It's just not happening fast enough.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, getting off AI and being something very much human created, Brock actually brought up something to me about a creator that I follow and I like, and he brought up the fact that he's had a bit of an update with his mod. So there's a guy. What the fuck are you talking about? What's it?
Your workout meal thing, did you change it?
No, I got to do it later.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Now that I've realized that it's Monday night, not Tuesday night.
yeah. No. Good one. That's not getting cut. Yeah, it is our Friday. Brock was talking about Inferno Plus, who's a YouTuber I really like. He is known for doing a lot of Dark Souls and Halo mods.
Yes.
8 months ago, he put out a video saying he's going to port Morrowind to Elden Ring. So he's doing the whole map. He's doing everything inside of Elden Ring, which to me, that is so fucking cool because there is not going to be a modern-esque port at all of Morrowind anytime soon.
No.
Like they might do like a HD remaster type of thing, or like something like they did with Oblivion.
Possibly, but I
But
think
that is
yeah.
basically coat of paint, nothing different. He is completely porting Morrowind into Elden Ring. Very different systems and everything, but that game, it's going to be such a new spin on it. Have you watched this video or have you heard what the update is?
I've watched about the first maybe 2-3 minutes of it, up to the point where he goes to from Seydarnine to Balmora. So
what's the update with the mod though? That's what I want to
so
know.
from what I saw on there, because I didn't look at the original video, so I don't
Yep.
know what he had originally ported into Elden Ring. What I've seen in this new video that came out a couple of days ago, he's got most weapon types in the game, it seems. He's got most of the quests and NPCs ported over. He's got like the transport systems, like I can't remember the name of the
flying
bugs.
tick things. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what they're called, but he's got them ported over, and he's got still uses the combat from Elden Ring,
Yep.
but all of the spells and everything he seems to have ported over as well. I have a feeling he said that like they're not great at power scaling, but I mean they weren't great at power scaling in the original Morrowind either.
Yeah.
Mammoth effort.
Yes, he says that in this video. So again, Inferno Plus, really entertaining videos, but he's such a talented and got good ideas with his mods. For people who don't know Inferno Plus, you might know him from Cursed Halo.
Yeah.
That was a massive mod that blew up a few years ago, and he did it a few other times. He's done heaps of Dark Souls stuff, heaps of Halo stuff. he says that in this original video. He's like, this is going to be a massive undertaking. But I started doing it. I really liked it. And if I was going to give this to someone, he would do it. Because I've played a lot of the Cursed Halo mods and all these other Halo related mods. They're really well polished.
Yeah.
They feel great. So this is the type of thing, when he announced this, I got giddy because I was like, I can't wait to fucking experience Morrowind and Elden Ring. I am buying Elden Ring I've never had any inkling to want to play Elden Ring on PC. I've got it on PS5. It's great. I'm buying it just for this.
Yeah.
Do you think you would buy it for this?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Morrowind was one of my first 2 Xbox games. I had Fable and Morrowind.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely sunk way more time into Morrowind.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love, like, I've got it on PC now as well. I love going back and like playing through it, jank and all, but playing through it with like just that extra sort of feeling to it, that fresh feeling to it.
Yep.
I'm so down for that.
Yes. Yeah, so again, shout out to Inferno Plus. Please go sub to him. Try and get him to over 1 million subs. Our audience will definitely do that.
I was just thinking, I was like, how many followers do we have?
On YouTube? Oh, like 683, I think. Subscribers. We've got like 3,000 or something on TikTok.
I think it's a lot higher than that now.
No, it's 3,000. I literally was looking at it like an hour ago. But yeah, again, I'm so keen for this fucking mod, and keep your eyes out. I think it's going to be
Keep them peeled.
Keep them peeled, bro.
Back to AI.
No, I think we're fine. I'm
No,
happy to
we're
end
gonna
it
skip.
there. If you guys are,
Yeah.
I don't think these are going to be important enough, or like I care enough.
I mean, we can talk about 9 and 11 in the next when we have,
Yes. Yep.
because they work in
Yes.
tandem.
I think we'll talk about that when Jacob comes back on. If you would like to.
I think you'll have a thing with 12 as well. I think that'd work.
Yes. Yeah. We can leave that for later.
Oh, do we want to finish with, is there anything coming out soon that you're looking forward to? Like any actual,
Well, I mean,
like official release,
it's-
not mods and that.
it's going to be everyone. It's going to be Bond.
Bond for you?
James Bond, yeah.
Bond, Batman,
Yeah.
Forza.
Yeah, I'll get Forza.
I'm sure there's something else that's coming out that I'm not thinking of. That's
Yeah, see, that's my thoughts as well. As I'm sure there's some indie titles that I'm like, particularly on Steam, I've got a lot of stuff followed, and I'm like,
I've got like
I'll play
12
that.
or 13 things wishlisted. Actually, I'm just going to check that because there's a heist game that I've been looking forward to for fucking ages, and it's finally got a release date, and I almost think it's in May.
Yeah, when we looked at a couple of months ago, we looked at one that like,
Yeah, 21st of May, Thick as Thieves.
yeah, what's the one where like you're basically playing as thieves as well, but like you're being hunted by Batman or
Oh,
something?
PON. Yeah, it's in early access, but there's no way to get early access unless you just wait by having it wishlisted. It says first quarter.
Yeah, see, I'm still psyched for that. I'm psyched for Lego Batman. I don't have many other stuff that I'm looking forward to. There's like I'm still playing Pragmata and Crimson Desert and Pokemon ZA. I'd like to see what Crimson Desert's coming up with their next update, because apparently
There's
hit
already
all their,
one today. There's been one, like, the one I told you about at work.
Yeah. But like they've apparently hit all of their
Yep.
roadmarks, not roadmarks. What are they
Roadmap.
called? Roadmap. So I'd like to know what they're going to do next.
Well, they put a tweet up the other day, which I'll pull it up because it was actually really interesting to read. They're not like, they'll just keep updating because they're only up to like 1.116 or something like that. Like, it's nothing crazy. Or 1.60. They put a thing up that people were commenting on, and it was pretty much like, we've got things planned, blah, 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 new mounts, all the rest of it. But it's like, share your ideas, because we're not against putting in community voted things. So people were just fucking putting lists of shit.
Yeah,
Like, do
that's
this. We need a backpack. We need this to do this. And like, they're just listing things. And like, I saw some gameplay stuff from like the last few chapters today, and I want to play more of that fucking story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some weird shit that's popped up. But they're just like, we're open to just putting random shit we see on Twitter that we like into the game.
Which I
That's
think
cool.
that's a really good sort of stance for a developer to take. We just said earlier in the thing about like Warframe has a really active community, and like it's why a lot of people stick with that game. That's how you get fans to stick with your game for long periods of time. Is
you listen.
yes,
And then do where the fans are asking.
Yeah,
for.
deliver on. Oh, that's a cool idea. We'll do that, and then deliver on it.
It's always the thing that fucks up so many studios and not listening to the fans is there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and there's usually fucking people above higher up who
Can't cook.
They yeah, well they can't cook. They don't understand, and they don't
understand the kitchen.
they don't understand anything.
It's a bad metaphor.
But business in games always fucks it up. There's so many good studios and good. Hey, there's a reason that Valve is so fucking beloved. They've got no one over them. It's them. They're number one. They do so many things, and they have all this internal stuff going.
It's scary to think what's going to happen to them when Gabe dies.
I think they've been going the right way for a while. That it's probably going to stay.
I think he's been so detached from it. Like, I saw a thing the other day saying that Gabe Newell deliberately stepped away from any game development after Portal 2. Not that there was any fucking games that were getting developed, but because he felt like he had such a role, and he didn't want to be. People feel dependent on him to be there to make anything.
Do you think that's the opposite how Todd Howard feels? Like, he thinks that the games need to be made because of him, like, rather than having like be detached. It's like, if people can make good games and I just kind of own it all.
I don't know.
I mean, there was that interview thing that was like from someone who used to work at Bethesda saying like he's got too many yes men around him or something.
Yeah, I don't feel like I think Todd Howard gets a lot more shit than he deserves. I don't think he's a bad developer, I think, but yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a lot of people. He'll have an idea, and no one will. At least I've got no fucking clue, but at least from everything I've seen, it's like, yeah, he'll have an idea, and there's no pushback.
Yeah,
and a lot of time the pushback is when you refine the idea and like, okay, well maybe we could do this
and
this,
with it,
and
like in a more polished
and
state.
you mold it into being something great instead of, yeah, let's just put this in the game. It's like, okay, yes, Todd, yes, Master Todd, yes.
Another game I'm looking forward to is the Intergalactic project. Not Insomniac, Naughty Dog's
game.
Space game.
Haven't heard fucking anything since that.
They put a thing up. I saw what's the fucking old mate's name? The voice actor, Troy Baker. Yeah, he was talking. He's like, it's the weirdest thing we've done, and it's completely like.
Oh, so he's in it.
That's not the like retro vibe. What was the one Sony was supposed to be putting out?
That one.
It is that one.
The one where it's got the Walkman and stuff in the
and like the big spiral logo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see more on that.
We'll see how it goes. I'm not a massive fan. I'm not a massive fan of Troy Baker. He's a very good voice actor. He did a great job as Indiana Jones.
Yes,
that's actually going back to
Switch ports.
No, fucking not Switch ports. Fucking oh mate, we're just talking about
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard said when they had the Indiana Jones game, he's like, we're not hiring Troy Baker. We're not hiring Troy Baker. We're not hiring Troy Baker. And then he did a test for it, or he did an audition, and he's like, fuck, we're hiring Troy Baker.
Yeah.
He did such a good role as like a younger Harrison Ford.
And that's when they did that thing of the announcement where they got Harrison Ford and him out, and he's like, this guy's me, or whatever it was, and it was like a massive moment.
I need to watch that fucking, what's that show, Shrinking?
Fucking outstanding. That's like the top show for the last like 3 years for me. Yeah. He is so funny. Like, Harrison Ford is unbelievable as like any comedic role, and that show. Well, you got Jason Segel. There's a bunch of other people in it, but like Michael J. Fox is in the later seasons.
Oh, okay.
It really, really good.
Everything
show.
I've heard about Shrinking is really good, but people really like it because it has been one of the only things that can you stop kicking the desk or whatever you're doing?
All I'm doing is moving my foot. I haven't.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I haven't touched the desk.
Everything. Brock's been like grating it like cheese or something with his foot. It's been weird. Everything I hear about Shrinking is that's a really good show, but it has been one of the only things that Harrison Ford has actually properly acted and looked like he's cared about in so long. And you can tell because he does such a fucking great job in it.
Yeah, it is. Like, I started watching because I was like, oh, Harrison Ford's in it. I like Jason Segel. See how it goes.
Yeah.
It's a very up and down, like, emotional show, but it's also like just the funniest fucking shit on television.
Yeah.
Like, Harrison Ford has jokes. He's like, gets really emotional. He has like the range he shows is like nothing that
you've seen before. And then you compare it to like The Last Jedi or whatever, or Force Awakens, and he's like, you can tell he didn't want to be there.
He got his bag. But like, I think the problem with shows is like, I think same with Ted Lasso is like, they set out to do a set. We're doing 3 or 4 seasons. That's it. Then they get way more popular than I think they were expecting, and then they tack on another season.
Doesn't work.
No, well, that's what Ted Lasso is about to do, And that's what happened with Shrinking. It was meant to be a 3-season thing, and now they're doing a 4th season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Guess
Very
we'll
good
have a look.
though. It'd be
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it.
All right. Well, with that, Brock,
We
is there
will
something you want to say there?
Save it there.
All right.
That'll
See you,
do.
everyone. All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.